Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of two possibly intoxicated idiots watching the National Football League.
Welcome everybody to Stay Tuned Sports. Hanging with you on another Thursday night to watch another football game, ladies and gentlemen. This time between NFC West rivals, the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks, both wearing their throwback uniforms today. So, beautiful. I am your boy King. That right over there is your good friend Jimbo. And we are going to be here with you all night. Well, Jimbo's going to be with her here for the first half. I'll be here with you all night as we go ahead and get ready for this matchup. And, of course, in the chat, ELS, first and foremost, is always in there. Good to see you, ELS.
What's up, buddy?
How are we doing? Jimbo, how are we doing?
Doing all right, but I do have to fact check you real quick. It's not the San Francisco 49ers.
It is indeed the Santa Clara 49ers. That is true.
Yes.
Technically, well, see, here's the thing. Whenever it's when it's the matchup, like if you have to put the matchup, we have to type it out. I'm going to put San Francisco because, that's going to be. But whenever I refer to them, since everybody wants to refer to the Jersey Giants or the New Jersey Jets, well, all right, now you are the Santa Clara 49ers since you play like fucking 60 miles away from San Francisco. Dallas is the Arlington Cowboys. I'm sorry, the Cowboys you're in Arlington. There is the Landover football team of Redskin Commanders, the Orchard Park Bills, the Miami Gardens Dolphins. Who else we got? So there's somebody else who doesn't play. Are you all right? What's going on?
Yeah, no, Andy came home from a movie. I thought he was coming over.
Oh, okay. I thought you maybe had ghosts.
Of course, he went to the Puppers first, so which understandable.
Well, listen, priorities.
Lot cuter than me.
Priorities. I was just worried. I thought maybe you had ghosts or something there. I see that. Yes, the Tigers are playing. I know the Yankees are playing. Coming up here soon. I know the Devils are playing. The last I checked on the Devils, they were losing 2-0. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But let's go Devils.
What are they on ESPN or are they on
they're on ESPN, but because of where I live, I can't watch them anyway because I don't have MSG and they black it out. Yeah. So good. Hey, NHL, great job. Good job building up your fan base there. Oh, you have somebody that pays for ESPN, they pay for all this stuff, and they want to watch this game? Well, you didn't pay for that package, and in that package, they have to have that, so you have to spend even more money for that package if you want that. So, sorry, you don't get to watch it. And then they wonder why people stream illegally. They wonder why.
That's just like UFC with their pay-per-views. You got to pay for the ESPN app, plus the $80 for their pay-per-views, which it's just freaking insane.
Well, that's also, I believe, Sunday Ticket now. You have to buy YouTube TV in order to have Sunday Ticket as well. So not only do you have to get and subscribe to YouTube TV, so in order to get Sunday Ticket, you have to also subscribe to YouTube TV. So, boy, ELS, I don't like that update. That's not great. That's not great. End of the first period, Maple Leafs 3, Devils 1. Not great. Not great. By the way, if you do like what you're watching, if you do like us here, please give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe. It helps us out immensely. The likes help us with the algorithm and getting us seen by more people. Clearly, the shares do that as well. So please share us like your favorite STD. And, of course, those subscriptions get us closer and closer to that ultimate goal of being monetized here, so that me and Jimbo can then say something stupid and be demonetized. But we have to reach the one goal before we reach the next. Like we reached the goal of having 100 subscribers. Now the next goal is 200. We're already there, so we're moving on to the next goal. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for that. Also, if you want to donate to us, help us out a little bit, that is always greatly appreciated. We have the link for the donation station down in the description. I'll be putting it in the chat too as well, pinning it in there. Same for our merch store, which you kind of saw the new advertisement there in the beginning for the merch store, showing you some of the things that we have in there, including the new 8-bit helmet ones. We have the new Washington Football Team of Redskins Commander shirt, and of course the old classic, the Jersey Giants, Jersey Jets, which I know I was just making fun of, but I think they're cool looking, so I don't care. I think they look good. So, and I hope you do too. And if you have an idea for any kind of merch that you would like to see, drop a line. Come into the chat. Chat's open. Let us know. Jimmy in the chat. First time here with us, Jimmy. First time listener, long time listener, first time caller. It's good to see you, Jimmy.
Thanks for joining.
He says he can't find the merch. I will be putting a link in there in the chat as well, Jimmy, so don't worry about that. Like I said, we have it in the description. We have it in other places, but I will make sure I put that in the chat as well, so we don't have to worry about that at all. Jimbo, Niners,
yes.
Seahawks, thoughts on the game? Obviously, we have two teams here that are coming off really kind of close losses, bad losses, if you will. The Niners thought to be maybe, as I said in the beginning of the season, class of the NFC. And again, granted, a lot of injuries, but they haven't looked great. Seahawks started out 3-0, lost a very close game to the Lions. Well, a back-and-forth game. I wouldn't say maybe it's close, but closer than I think people thought it might have been. And they battled the Lions all the way through on a Monday night. And then they lose pretty convincingly. They did come back at the end towards the Giants, and the Giants get that last-second field goal block return for a touchdown. But the Giants really dominated in that game in time of possession defensively. So when you look at this game, who do you feel is more desperate for the win? And who do you think gets it?
Oh, as far as who's more desperate, definitely San Fran. You are supposed to be a Super Bowl contending team, and right now you're 2-3. I don't want to say this is like a make or break game for their season, but it's semi must win. Like, you got to get at least a little bit of momentum going. And hopefully, I think what the rumor was, Christian McCaffrey should be back mid-November, late November. So I think week 7 or 8, I think it was. So once you start getting those pieces back, then maybe you go on a late season run. As far as who I think will win, though, I mean, we talked about it on Wednesday's show. I took Seattle. I feel more confident about Seattle winning, being that's Geno Smith's birthday. So I'm expecting 7 touchdowns and 500 passing yards.
So you heard that you heard that too from on McAfee's show with Boston Connor saying how it's Geno's birthday.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't expect 7 touchdowns, but I'm hoping that this is an entertaining game at least, because when you got San Fran who's banged up, and Seattle, who started off as, like you said, 3-0, looked like a team that was the opposite of what everybody thought they were going to be, and now they were on a 2-game losing streak. It could potentially be a boring game, but division rivals.
I don't know. Last week was a great game between Tampa and Atlanta. And went to overtime, and it was a back and forth explosives. And it's like, neither one's defense was that great, but it was explosive and fun. I hope.
Those offenses were good.
You can get. Listen, I don't mind. Listen, I don't mind if both teams suck as long as it's entertaining. I don't give a shit. Like let's face facts. I want it to be entertaining. By the way, Jimmy, who's in the chat, he lives 2 miles away from Levi Stadium there in Santa Clara. So again, he's closer to the 49ers than San Francisco is. So good to see you, Jimmy. He says, and the referees in these games decide these games more often than you know, if you haven't noticed. I don't go that far, even though, clearly you see we have the flag counter right over here. So we do keep a track on that because, the referees can get pretty goddamn annoying. So we do keep a track on that here, Jimmy. And again, the way I do the flag tracking is a little different than some of the other people's on here. Like I said, I always bring up Grossi. He's kind of the one who inspired the flag counter and the other stuff here like that. Because he only counts penalties accepted. But that dog won't hunt, Monsignor. No, sir. Because when you throw the flag, you stop the game. It causes everything. Everybody's got to sit there and worry. Then is it accepted? Is the flag picked up? Is it declined? All this other shit. No. You throw the flag. There's the intention of the flag. That means the refs just start throwing flags. They do. Flag. Flag, 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 flag. Flag, 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 flag. Flag, flag, flag. And that's how we end up with 21, 22, 25 flags thrown in the game. No. And if you want to see me lose my mind, well, get to 12 or 13 flags before halftime, and I will lose my goddamn shit. So, hopefully we don't have that here today, Jimmy. Hopefully that does not happen.
Last Thursday, we started off with a good run. It was, 5 minutes left in the first quarter?
It wasn't bad. It was mostly all the first quarter that there wasn't a flag. Like, it really was. And then, it was the same with Sunday night, too. Sunday night, which, oh, God, that Sunday took forever.
I got so much respect for you.
Hey, listen. I want this to be a job, so I treat it like a job, and I was here for the long haul. I was here for the whole shebang. But man, that was rough. But that was the same thing. Dallas and Pittsburgh. Like the first quarter was great, no flags or anything like that. And then it seems like there was a moment the referees were like, "Oh, wait a minute. They're here to see us, right? It's not about the teams. It's not about the Cowboys or the Steelers or having a fun game. They're here to see the stripes and see how far we can throw the flag. That's why we're here. Flag, 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 flag." And then it was off to the races. So, not great. But we're getting ready for kickoff here. Seattle is going to get the ball first here on the dynamic kickoff. And here we go. And this is going to go into the landing zone here. Return up to the 25, up to the 30, up to the 35, down around the 36.5-yard line. And that is where the Seattle Seahawks, wearing their beautiful throwback uniforms, which should become permanent, will take over. See, here's the thing. You take the modern Seahawk logo and helmet, how it like fully wraps around the helmet and everything like that. You put it in those original colors, and you have the same thing with the jersey. Just keep the same jersey, but to put the modern Seahawk on it, done. It's done. That's all you need to do. That is all you need to do. Perfect, beautiful uniform. Come on, Seattle. Get on it. Let's go.
See, that's why you're good at it. I would just put like a stick figure or something on their jerseys.
1st and 10. Geno Smith under center. He takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off, and that's going to be a gain of about 2.5 yards. 2.5 yards for Kenneth Walker there.
It's not the weekend yet.
What's that?
I said it's not the weekend yet.
No, not yet. But I've already got a bit of the Bundesliga here, so I'm ready. I'm ready to go here. A beautiful drink that I thought I invented back 20 odd years ago, and it turns out that the Germans have been doing that since the 70s. So, Mountain Dew and Jägermeister, which I have to use diet, but still delicious.
Yeah.
2nd and 7. Geno Smith again under center. Again a handoff to Kenneth Walker, and again he's going to get less than what he had. He got about a half a yard, if that, on that carry. So it's going to be 3rd and long coming up here for Seattle. And I do want to thank everybody for joining us here. Again, we've got ELS in the chat. We got Jimmy Boudreau. That's a hockey name. That's a hockey name if I ever heard it.
Good first name, too.
Jimmy Boudreau coming down the left side of the center. He's passed off the center. He shows his scores! Jimmy Boudreau with the hat trick. I mean, that sounds great. That sounds like a great name. 3rd and 6 coming up here for your Seahawks. Well, if they are your Seahawks. If they're not, I'm sorry about that. 3rd and 6. Geno Smith packet collapsing. He does pass it off to Metcalf. Metcalf, huge gain. All the way down the field. And here he's going to be in San Francisco territory.
Where do you put Metcalf as far as, like, top-tier wide receivers? Like, remember when he came out of college, like, he was supposed to be, like, the next Megatron and all that stuff?
I think he has been. And, by the way, the Seahawks have the ball at the 30, and Geno is in shotgun. I think he is one of the better receivers of of his generation, of that generation that came out. Kind of like that. I do see him kind of as that kind of Calvin Johnson-like figure. That's going to be a handoff here on 1st down, a gain of about 4 yards for the Seahawks. That was Charbonnet with the carry. A nice glass of Charbonnet for you, if you will. But yeah, I like him. I put him up there as maybe one of he's a Hall of Famer. If not first ballot, definitely soon. But I mean, he is a Hall of Famer in my mind. Kenneth Walker getting carry handoff. Looks like he was going to be stopped about 3 yards in the backfield, but he does get a yard gain. And it will be, again, third down for the Seahawks as there's a bit of jabberjawing between Kenneth Walker and some of the Niners defensive players. Where would you put him? Where would you put him? Or in that case, too, Lockett. How does Lockett fit into that? Do you feel Lockett? I think Lockett is kind of an all-time number 2 wide receiver.
Yeah, he's definitely a number 2, probably like one of the greatest number 2 receivers out there.
That's what I was going to say. I think he's an all-timer when it comes to number 2 receivers.
Yeah, but as far as Metcalf, it just seems like the past couple seasons he's been quiet.
Intercepted on 3rd and 5 at the 1 yard line by the San Francisco 49ers. Geno Smith had taken a snap, was looking for some kind of connection there over the middle that just wasn't there. It was a bit of an overthrow or just a missed route. Not quite sure, but nobody was there. Yeah. But San Francisco players. He did get hit as the pocket came down. It looks like it was a bit of an overthrow. I think he might have rushed it or got hit as soon as he threw it. So, but then, the Niners guy goes ahead and runs out of bounds at like the 4 yard line. So I don't know how great that was. Yeah. But the Niners will now have the ball deep in their own end. Seahawks' first drive ends in a turnover. And boy, that's not how you want to start. But now you're San Francisco. You're deep in your own end. You really got to pull something out here. Now, we know Jimmy's probably going to be rooting for them since he's literally right across from the stadium. So I have no doubt that's who he's pulling for here.
At least the Niners at least have elite Brock Purdy, so they should be able to do something.
Dude, you really don't be shitting on Brock Purdy. Not with a Niners fan in here. Not with a Niners fan in here.
Well, I mean, if he could see my jersey, then he knows why I don't like the Niners. So.
What, because you and your team dirtily injured him in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago, and were
first off, dirtily.
Only
very
I
make those words.
Very good. Well, again, Jägermeister. That'll happen.
We'll have to make sure we have some at the hotel for the Notre Dame game.
What's that?
I said we'll have to make sure we have some for the Notre Dame game at the hotel.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't want to be too dry. I know you're bringing a wife and kids, so I don't want to be. I don't want to be too out of control.
Yeah. Plus, it's day drinking. It feels like I get drunker quicker during the day than compared at night.
No. I feel like I'm always more aware. Like I feel better, just more relaxed. Once the sun goes down, then it feels like if I have a drink, it feels like I got to go to bed. I'm done. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I feel like the older I've gotten, the more I'm built for day drinking. I don't know. But here's the other thing. I was talking to my father about this too. Like I don't drink a lot anymore. Like I barely drink anymore. Like this is the first time I've drank my Jägermeister in a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
like it's like and I'm a guy that could down a bottle in a day and a half if you let me. Back in the day, I used to have one of those, and I punched my mic again. I did it. It's a constant thing.
You're going to put a punch a mic counter up there for us.
I might, yeah. How many times did I punch my mic today? But yeah, like I used to have the Jägermeister machine that you see in the bars where you put the stuff in it. So from the 3 yard line, Brock Purdy, he's going to hand off. And that is going nowhere. That is a nowhere gain on that one. Brandon Ayuk with the carry.
Game, the baseball game. I'm kind of pulling for Detroit. I always had like a soft spot for Detroit.
Everybody. It seems like, well, especially with how they got in, they're kind of the Mets of the American League. Okay. Like it seemed like they were out of it, and then they made this great run to get into the playoffs, and now they're doing well getting in there. But Cleveland took that 2-run home run, and they have the lead now. Brock Purdy back to pass. He's in the end zone. He escapes, slips at the, 11 yard line? So
they might give it to him at the 12.
he slipped down, but we do have third down coming up here for Purdy with that elusive speed, with that, he's sneaky athletic. He's white. He runs like a white person. Is basically what we're saying here. But yeah, so Cleveland now with the 4-3 lead on Detroit in the top of the 7th. Thank you, ELS, for these updates and letting us know what's going on with that. 3rd and 2, Purdy back to pass. He looks, he tries to step up into the pocket again. He does. He's trying to get away. And he gets the first down. They had him. They had him in the backfield. Then they had him again as he first broke the pocket, and he was able to escape the shoestring tackle and get about 2 or 3 yards ahead of the first down marker, about 2 yards. Yeah, so that is a first down. The Niners keep possession, and they keep the ball moving.
Can't over pursue like that. You have a help right on the side of you there. Even if you just slow them up till that second guy gets in there.
So 1st and 10, another handoff here to a number I didn't see.
24?
I think it's 24. Yeah. And that would be Mason, the guy who absolutely eviscerated the Jets and who has been filling in quite admirably for CMC while he has been out.
Even last week he didn't play that bad. 89 yards on 14 runs.
Like I said, he has not played bad. He definitely hasn't played bad. Again, nothing I don't think is quite like the Jets game he had, but still. Like I said, he's filled in rather admirably for CMC. We got a bit of an end around here. And that's going to get about 3 yards, 3.5 yards.
Debo.
That was Debo with the carry.
I gotta say though, like when Debo started doing his contract stuff last year, I thought he was gonna be the big drama queen for the team, but he's been quiet.
Hey, listen, once you get your money, most people shut the fuck up. Like that's honestly how it goes. Like give me my money, I'll shut the fuck up. 3rd and 1 for the Niners. Play action by Purdy. He throws. Bobbled by Debo, but he does bring it down, and that's going to be another first down for the Niners.
I think he's hurt. Man,
Nope, he seems all right. He takes the helmet off, and he's just chilling. It looks like he was just coming off for a blow anyway.
The way he stopped and then got hit looked like his knee twisted a little bit. Let me see here. Not here.
But he didn't get up weird, so.
Right there.
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't look like he was limping. He didn't look like he was down hurting or anything. So
maybe it was more of a scare, like oosh, that almost had a.
We'll see here. 1st and 10 for the Niners. Purdy under center, calling out protections. Takes the snap, pitches it back, and that's going to be Mason with a big hole, and he stays on his feet. He's past the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. He pulls back, starts trying to throw people off him, and gets down to the 29.5-yard line.
He's trying to do his own beast mode.
And the Niners are just moving aboard. Jordan Mason, like we said, he is doing well. Jimmy in the chat. Jimmy Boudreau, by the way. God, what a great name. Great hockey name. You think you're going to be higher that 49er coach that they got rid of?
Oh, he's talking about Saleh.
I was going to say. I think if he goes somewhere, and he might not. He's making $20,000 a day doing nothing.
Yeah, no stress.
I think he's going to go sit on a beach somewhere with his family, suck down some Mai Tais, and just relax for a bit, to tell you the truth, before he jumps back into anything. But if he does, I think he'll come in as kind of like Vrabel did, as a consultant, so that it's a lower salary, so the Jets still have to pay him. There's none of that deferment that anything has to happen for any team. So, and he does that. But he might go back to the Niners as like a defensive consultant. I could see that. 2nd and 5 coming up here. George Kittle, they're focusing on here. He has not yet got involved in the offense, but maybe he will with this play. Is this foreshadowing from the cameraman? We don't know. 2nd and 5. Here comes Purdy out from under center. He steps up in the pocket looking to run. Now he's back. He's scrambling. He's looking around like Mahomes, and he does complete it.
Slow down.
That's going to be caught by Juwan Jennings, and that is a first down for the Niners. A lot of Niners fans in the crowd there up at Lumen Field in Seattle. We'll see how the defense does in this game. So far, the defense doesn't seem bad, Jimmy. So I don't know. I don't think it depends so much on this game how it goes, or whether or not they would just have him back in the building just as him and the relationship that he has with Shanahan. Maybe Shanahan would just like him back in the building there. And that's, I think, something you'd have to talk about. First down and goal. And that's going to be a gain of just a couple yards there by Mason on 1st and goal. 2nd and goal coming up here. That's, I think, a discussion I'll have to have with the defensive coordinator, too. And see, because, hey, we're going to bring a guy who was defensive coordinator here to kind of just be over your shoulder. I hope you're okay with that. That's maybe not so great, maybe someone doesn't want to have that. That's, I would rather not have somebody who can easily just take my job if you guys decide to do it. So I think that's a discussion that's going to happen with the coaching staff and the ownership. 2nd and goal, Purdy throws towards Mason's way. Pocket was collapsing, was maybe a little high, but it did hit his hands, but incomplete. So 3rd and goal coming up for the Niners. 4:07 left here in the first quarter. Fast-moving first quarter, by the way. Just want to say that. Don't say it either. Don't say it. Don't jinx it.
No, that's what I did last week.
And we saw what happened, so don't you do it.
I will say, though, it doesn't seem like both offensive lines are playing that well. It seems like both quarterbacks are either having the line pushed up in their lap, or they're just being rushed. It just doesn't seem like good play by past the offensive line.
I don't know here, but here we go. From shotgun, 3rd and goal. Purdy fade to the back of the end zone and complete to Debo. Again, had his hands on it. It was very contested. It would have been a very tough catch. But it ends up being incomplete. 4th and goal. Do the Niners go for it, or do they take the points and kick the field goal?
Well, we know what Nick Sirianni would have done. God damn it.
Well, he would have done some dumb end-around play or something that ended up being like a 6-yard loss or some shit like that, No offense, but your coach is stupid.
He would have kicked a field goal from that 2-yard line back on the other side of the field.
Matthew Wright in for the field goal. This is going to be a 25-yard attempt, so really an old-school extra point, really. Snap, hold, kick, up, and that is right down the middle. And the Niners take the first lead of the game, 3-0. Santa Clara 49ers, pardon me, over the Seattle Seahawks at Lumen Field. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. If you like what you're watching, like what you're seeing, please like, share, subscribe. I know you're tired of hearing all the YouTubers harp on saying that shit, but YouTube kind of punishes us if we don't, and it does help. So please, like us, give us a share us like your favorite STD. Please subscribe. That helps us out immensely, get us closer to our goal of 200 subscribers, and will get us closer to the goal of being monetized. Again, if you want to help us directly by donating, we have the donation station links in the chat, down in the description underneath this video. Same with the merch store links. Brand new merch in there too. Got nice stuff. It's nice. Got real nice stuff in there. There's no like, this is all stuff designed by me. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting quality. Getting top quality stuff here. But we do have stuff in there. More stuff coming there all the time. We got some Seahawks stuff in there. We with the new 8-bit helmets. We got Packers 8-bit helmets. We've got Giants and Eagles 8-bit helmets. We got the Jersey Giants, Jersey Jets shirts. We've got Philly alternate Eagle logo. We've got Washington football team with Redskin Commander shirt. We got a bunch. There's just stuff there. Please go check it out. It would be fantastic if you did, and especially if you bought something. Because listen, it's getting to wintertime. I'm heavy on the hoodies. I don't know if anybody's visited the merch shop yet, but I love the hoodies. I'm a hoodie guy, as you might be able to tell. Big hoodie guy. So a lot of hoodies there. So as we get into the colder months, you want to grab yourself a hoodie, go check that out right there.
Now, while there's still a commercial, do we know what games we're going to live stream Sunday?
Yes,
Are
Sunday is. We're not. I'm not doing a Jaguars Bears game. I'm not doing it. Just not going to do it. But we will be doing the Browns and the Eagles at 1:00, and I'll also be keeping tabs on the Washington Ravens game too, because I want to see how that goes. Because we cover. There's two teams we cover here no matter what: the Eagles and the Giants. Since Jimbo's an Eagles fan, I'm a Giants fan. I don't know if you're able to tell. So those are the two teams we cover. If we had our will, maybe I'd be like, maybe I'll do. I would do that one or not. Like if Jimbo wasn't going to be doing it. Like the one Sunday where you kind of I think you were sick or something and said you weren't able to do it. So I was like, I'm not watching the Eagles game. And I chose another one. But those are the games we're going to be watching on Sunday will be the Browns and Eagles. Boy, man, I will be rooting very hard for the Browns for that one. Not for Deshaun, but for the Browns. Because I kind of want to see how that goes. Dynamic kickoff, 5 yards in the end zone. Seattle's going to take it out, and they only make it to the 9-yard line. What are you doing?
I think it touched them in the landing zone, but they bobbled it into the end zone.
Did it? Oh, I must have missed that. I was too busy talking about what we were doing. Oh, it's still.
Because those two players came together like they were both going to catch it. So that's why I'm.
I didn't see it. It looked like it landed in the end zone. That's what I mean. That didn't look like it skipped anywhere. Like if it skips in the landing zone, you have to pick it up.
Yeah. Like
it doesn't matter where it lands. You don't have to touch it. You don't. It's just if you don't pick it up, then it's a live ball. So. Here we go. 1st and 10. Geno Wonder center. He's going to hand it off here to Kenneth Walker, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage if he's lucky. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Seahawks. Niners defense really stepping up here. Jimbo, do you remember Vincent Papale?
The movie, yes.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite football movies. Not just because it's the Eagle, but it's overall a good movie. 2nd
down, hand off to Kenneth Walker. He really likes the cut over there, makes a big cut to the left, and then gets absolutely drilled.
He got stolen.
But that's a gain of 7 yards. So 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Seahawks. By the way, the Aurora, you could see the Aurora today in Bayonne.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, outside. We were looking at it before. We didn't see it very well. Other people have seen it, but it was like just big pink streaks in the sky. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the coronal mass ejection. We're all going to die. 3rd and 2 coming up here. Geno Smith in shotgun.
Nice knowing you guys.
Takes the snap back, looks, throws, and that's going to be caught for a 1st down. Noah Fant with the – well, you're part of it too. You could probably go outside and see it as well. Well, if it's down this far, it's down by you too.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of people like Wilkes-Barre and Wyoming posting pictures. I'm like, Wilkes-Barre, no, that's not the lights. That's fucking cop lights that you see up there. No.
See, don't do that. Don't do that.
It's Wilkes-Barre.
but no, it actually is the good old Aurora Borealis. Being this low means that there's a lot of sun stuff just batting the shit out of us right now. So not great. But yes, so the two games we'll be watching on Sunday is going to be Browns and Eagles and Giants and Bengals on Sunday night. Geno Smith, big ball down the sideline, but Metcalf wasn't there. It was either underthrown or a bad route. Either one. It ends up incomplete, 2nd and 10. So the two ones we're doing on Sunday is Browns, Eagles, Giants, Bengals. We'll see. Hopefully hopefully we're not 0 for 2. Hopefully one of them can win. At least there'd be something. I'm hoping it's the Giants that win. That would be nice. That would be great. But we'll see.
If Philly wins, I'll be rooting against the Giants. I'll be too pissed off.
Well, you root against the Giants anyway. You're an Eagles fan. So, 2nd and 10 from shotgun. Geno Smith takes a snap back, looks, throw. Incomplete.
Man, he loves throwing into coverage.
And listen, I get trust in Metcalf. I do. I would trust him as well if just throwing it near him. But the thing is, it's not that he's in coverage. It's also just bad throws. Although he's got to catch that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It hit him right in the hands.
Even if it was slightly tipped right there, it shouldn't throw it off that much.
Oh, DK, you Donkey Konged it. You dropped it. You got to pretend that's a back. I don't know why I always thought DK meant Donkey Kong. Oh. Ooh, that
I
looked
can
like
see
he
that.
moved early. Either way, 3rd and 10. Geno Smith down the middle of the field. Again for DK Metcalf. And again incomplete. Looking for a flag. None to be had. And that's going to be 4th and 10 coming up here for the Seahawks. And they are going to have to punt the ball. So the Niners are going to get it back here with a chance to add to their lead up here in Lumen Field in beautiful hobo shit-covered Seattle.
And it's also 4-1 Toronto.
Now you're just being a dick.
Yep, I am.
Yeah, no, now you're just being a dick. Son of a bitch.
What are friends for?
Here I was thinking, Devils going to have a great, here we go. All right, Devils, started off with 2 straight wins out in Czechia there, and we were going to do great. Oh, Niners slip on the punt. He gets back up to about the 21-yard line before he's touched down, and that is where the Niners will take over for their second drive. DK Metcalf, rather upset. Thought he should have got a pass interference. I thought you should have caught maybe a couple of passes, and that he wouldn't be so upset.
Also, I would like to say, too, is to the listeners and the watchers, or whatever you want to call them.
Who watches the watchers?
I will be doing the kind of same thing we do with football here, but with BKFC on Saturday at 1 p.m.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships.
Yeah. It's going to be the first time outside, I'm almost positive ever, and as far as BKFC's history, and it's going to be in a bull ring, a real bull ring. So it's going to be pretty cool. And Conor McGregor's going to be there, so something's going to happen, and it's going to make it even better.
That's almost poetic when you think about it. Just putting a bunch of men who people consider, to be like just cockfighters, just in human form, and now put them in a literal animal fighting ring. And it's like, I mean, is this making a statement, or are we just like, what are we doing here? Like, this is, I don't know. That seems kind of weird. But, yeah. So BKFC, what is it? What time Saturday?
1 p.m. Eastern time.
1 p.m. Eastern. Jimbo's going to be covering the BKFC in España, live from a bullfighting ring, as a bunch of men are not going to wear gloves, and they're going to knock the ever-loving shit out of each other's faces. So that'll be fun. and we'll see. What time? Well, I hope it's over before the Notre Dame game starts,
They usually run about 2. I think the latest one I've ever watched was 3.5 hours long, but that's because all the matches actually went distance.
All right, so that'll be fine. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll make it. You'll make it.
And by halftime of the Notre Dame game, I'll decide if I'm going to Hershey Park or not.
And we're playing Stanford, right?
Yeah, Stanford. I think they're 2-3.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not great.
Yeah, they haven't been good for a while now.
No, since Shaw left, really, they haven't been. Stanford had that momentum. I want to say between 6 and 15 years ago. Like they had Harbaugh there, and they were good when he was there. And then they had Shaw, and they had some good years when he was there as well. And now it's DK is just. Oh, he's mad. DK is mad.
He about to Donkey Kong them.
Oh, he's going to hit Mario with some barrels on that one. 1st and 10. That's going to be a pass to Mason by Purdy, and that's going to be a gain of 9 yards. 2nd down. Coming up here for Seattle. I was never a big Donkey Kong fan, though, growing up. I'll say that. And I grew up at the age of, the original NES. Super Mario Brothers, Mock Rider, John Elway football, 10-yard fight, ice hockey, stuff like that, yeah. Legend of Zelda. But I was never a big Zelda person either.
Nah.
2nd and 1, and Mason's going to get stopped for a 2-yard loss on that play. So now the Niners go from a 2nd and 1 to a 3rd and 3. Still trying to convert here. It is 3rd and short still, but you don't like to lose yards. You don't like to go backwards on any of your plays here. But yeah, no, I was never a Donkey Kong guy.
What about on Atari, Rambo? Or no, was that NES?
No, Atari. I like Tank. I like playing Tank Battle.
Oh,
I like
Tank was cool.
some of the other ones. Yeah, like that was very early on. That I remember. That was like the hand-me-downs and stuff. 3rd and 3 tries to get it to Kittle. Does Purdy, and that's going to be incomplete. So 4th and 2 coming up here for the Niners, and they will have to punt. So after an interception on the Seattle Seahawks first drive, the Niners go all the way down the field, get a field goal. Then the Seahawks go 3 and out. The Niners now go 3 and out here, and we seem to be hitting a bit of a stalemate here in the first quarter. But I'll never forget my 6th birthday is when my parents got me an NES, and we got our first flag.
That was a warranted one.
Like an old buddy saying hello. It's good to see you.
Hello, darkness, my good friend.
I've come to throw a flag again. And it is, of course, offsides. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down. Or it's still 4th down. They don't repeat it. It's still 4th down.
Next time we got to do the David Draymond one.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I know some people shit on it, but I like both. I like both. Both I think fit for different reasons. But Simon and Garfunkel, man. Sometimes you can't beat the old Simon and Garfunkel. So that punt goes all the way down to the 29-yard line, and that's where the Seahawks will take over. What was that?
I thought he was going to get lit up. I didn't see him.
No. Once you see somebody getting that close, it's like, I know the fair catch signal was made. Because if it's not, that's just somebody who wants a death wish, So.
New Jersey scored, buddy.
Did we? 4-2? All right, here we go. It's the comeback, baby. It's the comeback.
Oh, wow. 5 seconds left in the second period, too.
Yeah, there we go. Momentum. You got to bring the momentum into the third period, buddy. Let's go.
What a shit luck, too. Toronto guy had it, went to the pass, but he snapped his stick, and Devil guy just picked it up and took it down.
Hey, listen. Get better quality sticks, Toronto. How about that? Shove it up your ass. 12 seconds left here in the first quarter. Geno Smith is in shotgun. Seattle from their own 29-yard line. Kenneth Walker to his right. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Kenneth Walker. Walker gets a gain of about 2 yards, and that is going to be the last play of the first quarter. The San Francisco, by way of Santa Clara 49ers, leading 3-0 over the Seattle Seahawks, who actually are the Seattle Seahawks because they play in Seattle. Not 60 goddamn miles away. Just saying. I'm just saying. People like to give the Giants and Jets shit. I'm going to start giving it back when the Giants and Jets play closer than any of these other teams do to their home markets. So that's all I'm saying. Like the people in Orchard Park go, we're the only real team in New York. It's like, yeah, but again, the Giants and Jets play closer to downtown New York than you guys play to Buffalo. So shut the fuck up. How about that? How about we do that? It's a different state. Who gives a shit? They still play closer to New York City than you play to Buffalo. That's same with Dallas. Dallas plays about 20-plus miles away from Dallas and Arlington. Like I said, Santa Clara is, I think, somewhere like 48, 50 miles away from San Francisco proper. Landover, Maryland is about that, like 18, 20 miles away from D.C. there in Maryland.
So which team is the farthest from
San Francisco.
where?
San Francisco.
Is it San Francisco?
Yeah, the Niners play farther from San Francisco than anybody else does from their home market. So, and that's what I mean. Like, nobody gives them shit. Everybody's just still, oh, the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, San Francisco 49ers. Oh, San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah,
but the Giants, they're Jersey Giants. Oh, it's like you can, guess what? When you're by MetLife Stadium, and you know this because you've been there, you can see the New York City skyline right there. It's there.
Yeah.
Guess what you can't see when you're in Santa Clara? San Francisco. The curvature of the earth is too much. Fuck you, flat earthers.
Why don't you tell them how you really feel?
I want to thank everybody so much for watching us here on this Thursday night watch along with your boy King and your good friend Jimbo right over there. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us a bunch. By the way, in the chat, I didn't get to this before. We started just talking about a whole bunch of different shit. But ELS is 3 subs away currently from hitting 900 subs on his channel. Please go give ELS a look. Go give him a like. Go give him a sub, because my man needs it. He deserves it. And listen, his videos are fun. Like I said, I have watched, and I watch a lot of, like, YouTube is fun because sometimes you just find yourself going down into a hole, and you're just like, you find almost like a wiki hole. Like, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I'm interested in this, and then this leads to something else and goes to something else. That, and I've gone down that train tube kind of wiki hole, if you will, YouTube hole, where it's just like, oh, you see the Great Pacific North Railways, and it's like, oh, that's cool, and it's like right along here, and then next thing you know, I'm watching industrial trains just pulling coal, and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome, I love that. And I do. So if you like that, please go give ELS a like, a share, and a subscribe as well. He deserves that. That is ELS Train Tuber 501. So on second down. That was second down. Hand off to Kenneth Walker. He's going to gain a couple yards there. It's going to be third and short. I see about third and one, depending on where. Third and three. Okay.
Jimmy does agree with you about the Santa Clara being far away from San Francisco.
Yeah, it's very far, and also it's kind of bullshit because they have the one section that's all just like the skyboxes. And it's fine, and it's great. And then the other side is just always in the sun. It's just like, if you can't afford the skyboxes, hope you brought sunscreen because you're getting fucking baked. Third and 3, pass to Walker out of the backfield, but he's only going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage or a yard. And again, the Seahawks are going to have to punt the ball.
That offensive lineman just blew his block. If he would have picked up that one guy.
Why are we? Your first down is 3 yards, why are you throwing the ball at the line of scrimmage? This is the same problem I had with the Giants during the Dallas game.
Well,
get in front of the sticks.
But it was a screen. That's why.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be throwing a screen on a 3rd and 3.
Yeah.
And that punt is gonna go out of bounds. It looks like it's a 25-ish. So not a great punt.
Like orange oven mitts on.
What's that?
The one guy on the sideline had like orange oven mitts.
Yeah, that's the TV guy.
Oh,
he lets them know when, there's like a minute left, or there's 2 minutes left, or whatever, or we're going to break, and that's why he does that. And yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he has those because that grabs the referee's attention to know when to stop the game for the commercials. For what's really important, Jimbo, the money.
I thought he was baking cookies.
I'm sure they make great oven mitts. Like, maybe they're double use. So 1st and 10, Purdy with the play action. Now throwing downfield, wide open is Debo. Oh my God, he caught it at the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers. And there is that elite Brock Purdiness there that you hate so much.
I could have threw that.
Oh, Jimbo. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy, Jimbo.
What, 10, 15 yards was the next
and it looks like it was going to be blown up but great pickup by Mason. Then a missed tackle, and then once Debo's going, 53 is not catching him. You're not catching him, 53. I hate to tell you that.
Linebacker's not catching him.
Snap, hold, kick, up, good, 10-0. The Niners, one play after the punt. How maybe it was a blitz, maybe they were playing man, but man, if you're going to play man against Debo, you better not miss.
Yeah.
You better not miss. And they missed it.
You had that linebacker underneath there, and I don't know, maybe that safety was supposed to be over there, and that's why he was getting over there late.
So the Niners now, early in the second quarter, 10-0 lead over Seattle. Jimmy Boudreau, left wing, Washington Capitals. No. In the chat here says, the guy at the liquor store, he gives us tickets. He gives his tickets away because it is too hot for anybody to go to the game, so he just gives them away for free. Yeah, no, and especially in the last game, I don't know if you saw, like the game against the Cardinals. Like, for a lot of that game, that whole side was empty because not only was it unseasonably hot in Santa Clara on Sunday, I think it was something like 95 or something, like some really ridiculously hot temperatures. But the sun is just beating on that side of the stadium so much. Like, You're getting baked over there. And not the fun kind of baked, which I'm sure you are as well, too. I mean, it is California, don't get me wrong, and I love that, too. Thank God New Jersey legalized it. I'm just saying. But, you're getting roasted over there. And part of you wants to go, who fucking designed this place? Who is sitting there that says, yeah, no, that's fine. It'll work. It'll work. Are you sure about that? I don't know. And they get the Super Bowl next year, too. So,
Oof.
That's what I mean. MetLife might be a big, air conditioner. It might be a big HVAC unit. But at least it doesn't hurt people. I mean, it hurts to look at. But, Levi Stadium looks like, you go there, you're going to die of heat stroke in, November. That's... I don't know. I don't know. Could have designed it better. You could have put it a little bit closer to your home city, maybe. That too. And I know California politics and trying to get funding for stadiums. I mean, look what's going on with the A's now, and look at all that. It's I get it, but here, the Golden State Warriors were able to build an arena in San Francisco, which you would think is probably the hardest place to try to do that in. So
let's see here. So I'd be willing to bet that safety was supposed to come up and fill that spot.
I think there was just I think it was mad what maybe they tried to do a safety over the top because it looks like they had a blitz there, but it got picked up by Mason. And my man went over there to try to cover, but just overran him for some I don't know what he was thinking, but whatever it wasn't great. It's so hot you can make a Tarzan movie in there, no bullshit. I've seen the footage and I've seen the people over there. It's just I've also seen the people not there because they've left the stands because it's so hot.
We have a fumble.
Is there? Oh my God! Oh, is there? Oh no! Oh no!
Everybody's pointing San Fran.
And it is San Francisco ball. Oh my dear sweet Lord!
Open up the floodgates.
This could get ugly real quick. This could get ugly real quick.
Let's see here. Was it a fumble, though?
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
That ball's coming out before the knee's down.
Son of a bitch. And you took San Fran in your picks?
I took San Fran. So did you.
No, I took Seattle.
No, you picked San Francisco. On the show, you picked San Francisco.
Yeah. Whoops. Because I try to keep whatever picks I do on the show.
You have to do them. Yeah, that's what we do. Yes.
Yeah, I know. And I didn't do it during the show. I did it the next day. And
I will switch your pick to the pick that you picked because that is the pick that you picked.
Well, wait till the game's over and just give me whoever wins.
That's not how that happened. You picked San Francisco.
All right.
I'll go back and I'll roll the tape again. First and 10 from the 29-yard line of Seattle. That's going to be a gain of about 1 there for Mason. So 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Niners. 13:07 left here in the second and counting down. Now, see, Seattle Stadium's nice.
Yeah,
they got the
I like how that
overhangs
looks.
there, kind of focuses the sound. It's kind of built vertically, too, so it stays loud. Everybody's got a good seat there. You put that in Santa Clara, that would have been nice. Everybody gets a little cover. Everybody has something like that. It's nice. But whatever they did, it's so bad. 2nd and 9. That's going to be a handoff again to Mason, and he's going to get 4 yards, maybe 5, depending on the spot. So it's going to be 3rd and either 5 or 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Niners. Already well within field goal range because of the fumble. I'll tell you what, though. The Link is a beautiful stadium. As much as I hate Philadelphia and its fans and its teams and just the city itself, it's dirty, grimy, sucks, it's terrible. But the Link is nice. The Link is a very nice stadium.
And for being on the older end, too, now, it's still pretty nice looking.
Yeah, it's 20-something years old, 25 years old, something like that. Yeah. So
right
it's still nice. 3rd and 4.
Oh, boy.
Brock Purdy running for his life all the way back in the 45-yard line. Now turning
Here comes
around,
a
looks,
touchdown.
throws, and just throws it out of bounds.
Is this going to be a flag?
No, he's well out of the tackle box, and it made it to the line.
No. When he was on the end zone, all I saw last thing I saw was Seattle guy grabbing him as he was on the out of bounds line.
Oh, maybe.
Like a late hit.
But no flag. There is no flag. It is 4th and 4, and the Niners will have to settle for a field goal.
Now, I don't know if you saw. Oh, here, let's see.
Oh, he had his hands up.
Up.
It was kind of That's very That's a good non-call.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you saw pregame, but they were talking about the kicker here. He's like a space scientist or something like that.
Oh, like the astronaut there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he used his space engineering degree to get the trajectory of that field goal exactly correct, because it is good right through the uprights. I guess he used the Earth's rotation and centrifugal force and the curvature of the Earth and gravity and 9.62 meters per second is gravity, and you escape velocity and swamp gas from Venus, and either way it's good. 13-0. Niners. Niners.
Reiners?
I don't know.
You're doing good today. With
this is my second one.
Talking
I had one with dinner, and now I'm having another one. So, and this is probably why I don't do it. It's probably why I don't do it. It's probably, I should not do it. I should make coffee. I'll probably at halftime. I'll make myself a pot of coffee.
Hey,
So
at least there was an hour and a half delay of this game, because
Oh, dude, I'd admit. Yeah, well, that's the thing. On Sunday, I didn't drink. So that's what I mean. Is that I don't drink a lot. So that's the other thing, too. Because I don't drink a lot anymore, now when I do have one or two, it's, it's come sing with me sailor time. You know what I mean? It's... Hey, Jimmy, I wonder, does anybody in your buddy's liquor store, how big is Jägermeister out there in the I hesitate to even call it the Bay Area, because Santa Clara is nowhere near the Bay. That's what they call it, though, when they hosted the Super Bowl there. They say it's the San Francisco Bay Area. It's like, is it, though? It's pretty far, I think, what is it? It's Marin County? Or it's a ways. I know it's a ways.
Yeah.
So, but I just wonder how popular Jägermeister is everywhere. Because that's the other thing. It kind of has a reputation for being like the college frat kid drink or something. I was never a college frat kid. I am German though, so
you got that.
And it just it tastes good. It tastes good. It tastes like Christmas. Like I said, you put that, you get a little citrus of it. Whether it's Mountain Dew or whether you want to do like a 7-Up or something, something citrusy. If you have a nice citrus mixer to go with it, it tastes like Christmas. Oh, it's so good. Like a spice cake.
Yeah. Every so often I'll buy the little travel bottles, because it has to be refrigerated, and after you open it up and stuff like that, it's and my fridge isn't that big. I could get a bottle in there. I would have to lay it down, and I'd be afraid of it spilling out.
This is one thing about Jägermeister. The cap's not the most secure.
Yeah.
And that's why when I get them, I used to love to get the big ones. But now I kind of have to stick to the 750 milliliter ones, because that's what'll fit in the freezer. So
yeah.
But so good, so cold, so good. It's just the perfect winter drink to help you keep going. But here we go, 13-10, second quarter, 11:47, and the Niners will kick this one off. And this is going to go into the end zone, and the Seahawks will kneel on this one, preventing any fumbles.
So really, this game should be 21-0, if you think about it.
Depending on it, yeah.
With the interception and that fumble there, and all they got was 6 points off of it.
Jägermeister's number one in Santa Clara. Okay, maybe my opinion on Santa Clara is turning around a little bit. Maybe California. He's so bad. Yeah, you got to keep it in the freezer. It's got to be cold. It's got to be cold,
Yes.
baby. All right. See, good. All right. I like Jimmy. Jimmy's good. Oh, hands off to Kenneth Walker, and he's going to lose 5 yards. Oh, no. This San Francisco defense has woken up and chosen violence today.
You're not supposed to do that.
Oh, boy. Seahawks go and hurry up here. Geno in shotgun. Walker to his left. 2nd and 13. Wow, they're lucky they gave him 13. I thought he was
Jeez, that
certainly
should've been
5 yards
5.
back, but
Yeah.
that's a generous forward progress there from the officials. 2nd and 13. Again, Geno in shotgun, takes the snap. Pocket collapses. He's going to break out. Breaks it up to the 30, slides down at the 34-yard line, and we have a flag. We do have a flag, only our second of the game. Only our second of the game. And what do we got, Mr. Zebra? We have holding on the Seahawks. That's going to push them back 10 more yards. So now it's going to be 2nd and 23.
Was this the ref from the Dallas Giants game where first half there was like 12 or 13?
I don't know. I kind of erased that guy's image out of my mind. After the face mask they called on the Giants, that was actually on the Cowboys, but they stuck it on the Giants for some fucking reason. 2nd and 23, and Geno Smith back looks, throws. He's going to connect to Charbonnet, who brings it all the way up to the 33-yard line. So, big gain for Charbonnet, but it is still 3rd down and long for Seattle. 3rd and 8. Oh, might be a jump on San Francisco. There is indeed a flag. Free play maybe. Well overthrown there by Geno. So this may become 3rd and 3. Indeed, it was encroachment by Bosa Boy and his lovely big arms that my wife is absolutely in love with. No, he got too fast. The muscles got too fast twitch on him. He's like, I want to go. Ugh.
He had a muscle spasm, made him fall forward.
Yeah. So 3rd and 3 coming up here. In what was at one time a 2nd and 23. Geno Smith looks, throws across the field and cannot connect.
And he had him too.
I think that was JSN, and indeed, I believe that is Smith and Jigba, which is, I have so much trouble trying to say his name, I just call him JSN. But that's going to be 4th and 3, and that is going to be another punt here for the Seahawks. And the kick is away. Fair catch called for at the 6-yard line. Oof. Sometimes just let it go. You might get the bounce into the end zone. Sometimes you won't, but it can't be any worse than being on the damn 6-yard line.
Yeah.
See, the thing when I was playing football, and the thing that I always learned growing up was, if it goes, let it bounce. Once you're at the 10-yard line, if your heels are hitting the 10-yard line, once you're at the 10, screw it. Let it bounce. If it happens to be there, fine, but chances more than not, it will bounce into the end zone, let it go. Well, don't worry. It doesn't look like JSN's going to have a big game here today, ELS. It's not looking that great here. Jimmy Hayes in the chat now. I'm always at Twin Creek Sport Complex umpiring baseball. Let's see here. Not too far from the stadium. So wait, is Jimmy Boudreau and Jimmy Hayes the same guy? I don't even know. Are you the same guy? Is Jimmy and Jimmy the same guy? Or is this a different Jimmy? Or is this the friend of Jimmy? Is Jimmy cool. Friends with guys named Jimmy? Is this a Jimmy's
Jimmy
club?
bringing Jimmy's in?
Did we rustle the Jimmies? Oh no! We've rustled the Jimmies. 2nd and 3 coming up here for the 49ers.
Maybe they have their own show. Jimmy and Jimmy.
The Jimmy and Jimmy. The Jimmies.
The Jimmy Show.
That's going to be a snap. This is going to go to Mason. That's going to be a first down and more as he brings it all the way up to the 27-yard line. But Mason's down. Again, just what the Niners need. More injuries. Oh, boy.
And he was holding his, pec area.
It looks like it's either his chest or his arm or his wrist. Something not quite sure there. But Mason is down. He's being attended to by the medical staff. That's not good.
Yeah, at first I thought maybe he had the wind knocked out or something, but he's still down.
Well, nice to have you in there, Jimmy Hayes, with Jimmy and Jimmy. Good to have you guys in there watching us along. Thank you so much. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out a ton. We can't thank you enough. Also, go visit our buddy ELS's channel, ELS Train Tuber 501. He's so close to 900 subscribers. Go help him out. Trust me, you won't regret that. So help us out. By the way, if you want to help us out directly, we do have a link for our donation station down in the chat. It's pinned to the top of the chat, as is our merch store link there at the top of the chat. Also in the description down below, if you want to go help us out there, that would be well appreciated. Just thank you so very much for that. And now look at that. ELS is only 2-way. It's working. It's working. We're getting there, folks. He's got his channel link in there. Go give it a link. Go give it a sub, a like, a share, all that good stuff for our good buddy ELS. And while you're doing it, do it for us too. Why not? Like, share, subscribe. Helps us out as well. Thank you all so very much. I know. So Jimmy Boudreau is different than Jimmy Hayes, according to Jimmy Boudreau. Who again? Great hockey name. That would work great, really, for
Philadelphia Flyers.
No. Flyers, they have more guys named like Gus Hansenik or something, or like you guys have like Ivan Ivanoshkovich. Oh, did you see the one guy? I think he plays for Colorado or maybe Utah. I can't remember. But his name is Ivan.
Oh, really?
He's the first player to have the same first and last name to play in the NHL. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Huh. Chance of that happening.
Currently in the bottom of the ninth, the Guardians, Indians, whatever you want to call them, have a 5-3 lead still on the Tigers. There is a guy on third base, though, and one out. So the Tigers have a chance. They got a chance. So we'll see what the old Detroit Stripes can do there. What's going on with the... let me see what's going on with the other games. Because I do want to see.
As far as the Devils game, Toronto's up 10-2.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
No, they're still 4-2.
Yankees are up 1-0 in the top of the fifth against the Royals. So that's the other game that I'm very interested in. Being a
they'll choke.
Being a Yankees.
Nice hit. Oh, that's what you got. Okay, that's a clean hit. Toronto guy said, the other Toronto player said, I don't like that, so he high sticked him, and then
that'll be a penalty.
Yeah, Devils are going on the power play.
Here we go, baby. Here we go, Devils.
5-minute penalty.
Oh, they gave him 5-minute major. And that's
ooh,
boy, that's not good.
Wait, no.
Hand off, and that's going to be second down after a gain of about 3-4-ish yards.
Sorry about that, King. He didn't get a 5, he got a 2. I don't know why it said 4-11. Oh, time of penalty. Okay.
Oh, that's okay. I was going to you don't
sense.
arbitrarily they don't say that was bad enough to get 4 minutes and 11 seconds. That's what you get. You never played hockey in your life, Jimmy? With a name like that, pick up a stick, get a jersey, and start playing. Trust me. Thrown over the middle, that's going to be caught by Ayuk. Ayuk actually has a catch. Oh, boy, at the 46-yard line, first down, 49ers. Got to start trying to earn that money, Ayuk, for the love of Christ.
Yeah, put the right shorts on.
And not only that, don't throw a temper tantrum in the middle of the practice like Taylor Swift changing her clothes on a set. It looked exactly like that. If anybody has ever watched The Everstore, which I have a Swiftie wife, so I've seen it many, many, many times. But there's one part of the set where she takes off the one thing and she's standing there in her other outfit and she stomps around like, I don't want to perform. It's part of the act. First down and 10, past the Kittle. That's going to be a gain of about 3.5, depending on the spot. 7:40 left here in the first. And when you saw the video of Ayuk changing his things, it looked exactly like that. He's taking off his shirt, takes off the shorts, and he's like, it's like, dude, have you been watching Taylor? Like, what are you doing? Like, is this a reenactment, or are you just literally having a temper tantrum?
DK's not too happy.
I wouldn't be either. He's dropped, 3 passes already in this game?
Yeah, and some of the passes haven't been the greatest to begin with.
Do you think the refs are going to make some bad calls or not? I don't know. So far this game, it's been pretty quiet, which is the way we want it. Brock Purdy, pocket breaks down. He's going to rush and he's going to get the first down. Dives all the way to Seattle 40.
I was going to wait till 2 minute warning to say that, so that way second half would be like 25 flags.
But this is what I mean. I'm happy if the referees keep the flag count low, as long as they're just clear, obvious penalties that we're all like, all right, yeah, you got to throw the flag there. Keep it to that, and I'll be happy with that. It's when they start throwing them for every fucking thing. This is there's a holding, there's a hold. Oh, there's a big play flag. Oh, there's another big play flag. Flag. That's when I start losing my fucking mind. 1st and 10. It's going to be handoff, a gain of about 1 yard. That was Isaac Guerrero.
Jeez.
San Francisco's had 26 plays. Time of possession is 14:48, almost 15 minutes to 9 minutes for Seattle. 234 yards for San Francisco, 74 for Seattle. The Yankees up now by 2 with 2 runs up on the Royals. 2-0, top of the 5th. There's a guy on first and third base for the Yankees with 2 outs. The Guardians, by the way, have won 5-4. So the Tigers made an effort. They tried to get back in there, but just short. And there's going to be a Game 5 in the ALDS between the Guardians and the Tigers. Seattle fans getting loud there. 3rd and 5 coming up here for the San Francisco 49ers. 5:11 left here in the second quarter. Purdy
Gotta hold him.
in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back. Looks. Throws. Caught! First down for the Niners. Juwan Jennings with the catch. And the Niners and Brock Purdy, with his elite quarterback skills, keep the chains moving, much to Jimbo's dismay, since he hates Brock Purdy.
For someone that bitches about Brock Purdy, how much he sucks and everything, and here I'm sitting over always saying he's elite and everything. You're saying he's elite now? Now you're flipping the script and
anybody who watches the show knows that you're lying through your teeth right now.
For what?
Which is, I should be able to lie through my teeth because I actually have a big hole in my teeth. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Niners. Brock Purdy under center. It's going to be a handoff. And we've got a flag. Hey, we've got a flag. Guerrero there with the carry. Niners are pointing towards the Seahawks. But let's see. We have a personal foul face mask on Seattle. 15-yarder.
Now let's make sure they called it on the right team.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing too. You never think you'd have to worry about that, but oh yeah, you kind of saw that coming when it starts to slow mo, and all you see is
this big mitt.
It's like, I wonder what this call could be.
Get over here.
Oh. Sun's getting real low, big guy. 1st and 10 here for the Niners now from the 13-yard line. That's going to be another handoff to Guerrero, and that's going to be a yard loss for Guerrero. So 2nd down and 11-ish. 3:40 left here in the second quarter with the clock running. San Francisco is deep into Seattle red zone territory here.
And like you said before, it's a quick first half. I mean, kickoff was what, 8:15 or so?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like this game is the first quarter flew by.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy, 2nd and 11, in shotgun, throws, skips the ball to Debo, and that is going to be incomplete. So 3rd and 11 now coming up for your Santa Clara 49ers. And the Yankees don't get any more runs there in the fifth, so it's still 2-0 going to the bottom of the fifth in Kansas City against the Royals for the Yankees in that Major League Baseball playoff game. Brock Purdy on 3rd and 11, back, looks, throws, and immediately hit is the receiver out of the backfield, and that is going nowhere, losing yardage, and it will be 4th down here for the Niners. Kyle Juszczyk, boy, his wife's going to have to make a couple different kind of coats for Taylor Swift to make up for that one, because that was just blown up.
That was a good read by 17.
That was really just knew exactly where it was going to be. That's Baker there for the Seahawks. Right there, Johnny on the spot. But that's going to set up the Niners for another field goal attempt here. And the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is again down the middle. So San Francisco should be up, could be up at this point, 28-0. Instead, it is only a 16-0 game. San Francisco's offense seems to struggle and seems to have stalled a couple times in the red zone, unfortunately, for them. The one time that they did score a touchdown, it was on a long 50-plus yard, almost 60-plus yard pass. So
and it was a blown play, too. But if Seattle, when they go into halftime, they make some adjustments. Like you said, they're only down 2 scores.
They're only done it, and we have seen stranger shit in this NFL season already.
Yep.
So, Jimmy Boudreau there in the chat, he says, "Oh, I got my ass kicked enough without having to play hockey. We're just getting my ass kicked all of the time." Yes, but you would have a stick, and you could defend yourself and cross-check a motherfucker if he comes up on you, and just be like, "Yo, let's go."
It's called the Buddy Ryan rule.
Oh, no, ELS, I made the mistake of picking up Myers, who is the Seahawks kicker. He has not had a lot of work today. And here's the dynamic kickoff here from the 49ers, and that is going to land in the landing zone, so Seattle has to take it out. He gets it to the 20, 25, down to the 29-yard line, and that is where Seattle will take over. With 2:27 left here in the second quarter. They have all their timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Geno Smith is 4 for 9 for only 53 yards with a pick. Kenneth Walker has not played particularly well either, but I missed the stats because they went off the screen too quickly. I'm honest. What do you want me to say? I could go and look it up, but, I'd miss a player or something. Which I've already done talking about Jägermeister or something. 1st and 10 from the 29. Geno Smith in shotgun. Man in motion. That's Noah Fant. Takes the snap, hands it off to Kenneth Walker up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of about 4 yards. 3 yards, maybe.
Hurry up and try to get another play in before
Kenneth
2-minute
Walker.
warning.
It looks like they were trying to rush, and now it seems like they're content to let it run down to the 2-minute warning. They are going to line up here, though. 2:08, 2:07, 2:06. They are lined up. Shotgun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They are going to let the clock run down and hit the 2-minute warning, and that is where we stand right now at Lumen Field in Seattle. The Niners have a 16-0 lead over the Seahawks here as we have hit the 2-minute warning. Kenneth Walker again. ELS, man, Johnny on the fucking spot, man. That's why I love ELS. Kenneth Walker has 9 rushes for only 20 yards and 1 reception for 1 yard. So, again, not the best start here for Seattle's offense in any way, shape, or form. When you're getting beat in time of possession, you're getting beat in total yardage. Your quarterback only has 53 yards passing. He's 4 for 9 with a pick. And Kenneth Walker has 9 rushes for 20 yards. That's not good.
No.
So here's the thing. Is that Seattle's offense, or is that the Niners' defense finally being the Niners' defense that we all thought they would be?
Seeing how, the first drive or two of Seattle's offense going up to that defense, it was kind of average, equaled out with each other. But as the quarters went on, it seemed like San Fran's defense started to really start coming on, pushing that pocket back behind Geno, pressuring him, and stonewalling the running backs for Seattle, Walker and the backup there. So I think that's more of a San Francisco defense starting to hit their stride.
So now I think we'll see how the rest of this game goes. But if it does continue to keep going this way, are we going to start having to put the Seahawks on fraud watch? Because again, they started out 3-0, then they had a good I guess you could call a good loss against Detroit because they played well. It was an entertaining game. Neither defense really showed up, but it was entertaining to watch. And you're like, oh, if they can hang with Detroit, they're pretty good. Again, last week I thought they were going to murder the Giants. The Giants went into Seattle without Malik Neighbors, without Singletary, and I was like, "Oh boy, we're gonna get murdered." And instead, the Giants' defense had 7 sacks, had uncountable pressures against Geno Smith. Tyrone Tracy, as we're seeing there, went off as our running back. Darius Slayton actually caught a couple passes. He still dropped some. Don't worry about it. He still dropped a lot, but he did catch some. And Daniel Jones threw 2 deep balls that weren't intercepted. They were actually caught by Giants, one of them by Slayton for a touchdown, which, on that play is the most surprising thing. Not only did Danny Dimes throw a long ball, but then Slayton also caught it. As a Giants fan, you're freaking out. So you have that happen where it's you're expecting Seattle to be a lot better and destroy the Giants, and instead the Giants beat them. Geno Smith there on 2nd and 7, crossing pattern over the middle, and that is going to be complete to JSN to the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, clock running here for Seattle. Right at the 50. Geno Smith steps up to the line, calls out protections. Maybe he's audibling the play, maybe. I'm not quite sure. We got a lot of people in motion. Seems like it's a bit of an audible here. 1:25 left in the second quarter. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, steps back. Still look, pocket collapsing.
Oh, behind you.
And he is going to be... Does he get that off to Kenneth Walker? He does. It's going to be a gain of about a half a yard. 2nd down coming up first with 1:09 left and counting.
By that point, I would have just batted the ball down and stopped the clock.
Yeah.
Only getting a yard to lose, you're going on 20 seconds.
Again, Seattle has all 3 timeouts. They have not used them yet.
I think you'll start seeing them after this play. Well, maybe if they get the first down, that's
maybe. We're below 45 seconds now. Snap at 45. Geno Smith takes the snap, looks, throws, deep ball, wide open, but knocked away. Great defense. He floated the ball a little too much to DK Metcalf, and San Francisco's defense was able to catch up to it and knock it down.
That one's on DK. He's got to come back for that. You got to know that defender's right there. My God.
No, he slowed up. There's no way he can come back for that. I think Geno's got to put a little bit more mustard on that ball. I think maybe he put as much mustard as he could.
Yeah,
I don't know. But 3rd and 9 here coming up for the Seahawks. And we finally have a timeout taken by Seattle when the clock has already stopped because the play clock was running down. So, again, I don't know about the time management here from Seattle's point of view. I guess, I know you don't want to leave San Francisco too much time left.
Yeah.
But you do want to have some time for yourself to play around with, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's why I was thinking once it hit the 1 minute mark and under, that's when they start taking their timeouts. But then they did that 1 yard pass and ran 20, 25 seconds off the clock with it. You don't gain anything by doing that.
No, that and I'm with you with that. I think you have to have some more situational awareness of that, to know in that situation, just bat the ball down, and just, this is clearly not going to work. Again, you're talking about a bang play though. That's I'm not going to blame anybody for that ever.
Yeah.
But it is, it's something you think about. It's oh man, you would hope to do better than that. Anyway, 3rd and 9. Geno Smith back looks, throws, tiptoe catch by JSN. I think he got it in there, and he did. 1st and 10
and he's
for the Seahawks. That's going to be a significant gain there for the Seahawks. That was a good throw. Good route. Good confused everybody. The Jets could never. First and 10, 34 seconds left here at the 31-yard line. 20-yard gain on that pass. Geno Smith throws, and that's going to be to Noah Fant. He's going to get at the 22-yard line, tackled inbounds, and that's going to be another timeout here for Seattle. That's going to be their second. So now you have one timeout left, 28 seconds left, and you're on the 22-yard line.
DK needs to get out of his head because you can see that.
You can see he's shaking his head. He's either upset at himself or upset at his quarterback or upset at something. But he is not a happy camper.
Toronto's still up 4-2, 5 minutes left. Devils on the power play, minute 45 left on the power play.
I am. I'm keeping an eye on that game right now as well as the Yankees game. Whoa! Bosa free runner, but he does get it away to JSN. JSN's going to get it down to the 12-yard line.
Get up there and spike it.
And they're going to call their last timeout.
Oh, man. Wow. I'm not a big fan of that. I like to try and keep that last timeout about 10 seconds.
Well, they could have still had
time.
another one if they didn't have to waste it on an incomplete pass where the clock was already stopped because the play clock ran down. So, again, that's just bad time management, bad, you have to have a pace. You have to know what you're doing here. So they had, for them not calling timeouts earlier on in the drive, trying to conserve them, wasting that one at that point turned out to be really huge when the clock was already stopped.
Yeah.
Like that sucks when the clock's already stopped and you have to use a timeout. But first and 10, 21 seconds. The Seahawks are at the 12. Geno Smith, JSN is in motion. Takes the snap, back, looks, steps up in the pocket, throws to the corner of the end zone.
Flag.
And there are flags.
I'm going to say defensive holding.
I was going to say, it seems like that will be before the pass was thrown. Nope, they're going to call straight up pass interference.
Yes. Ball be placed at the 1.
No, because I don't think it happened in the end zone. They're going to call it there, so they're going to call it somewhere in the field of play. So close to like the 2 or 1. It's going to be close to the 2 or 1 anyway.
Yeah.
But it is now first and goal, 16 seconds here for the Seahawks.
Timeouts.
Can they punch it in before? It is from the 2. Can they punch it in before the end of the half? Geno Smith, back, looks, throws, incomplete, overthrows, Lockett. Geno Smith has not had a good game so far.
No. It's almost like he celebrated his birthday last night. He's got the little hangover going.
So now second and goal, 13 seconds left here. Thank you so much for joining us, by the way, and watching along with us as the 49ers take on the Seahawks here in Seattle on Thursday Night Football. You're seeing the Seahawks with a second and goal with Geno Smith in shotgun, taking a snap, back, looks, throws, gets those up, goes up there to grab it, does JSN. But it is knocked away by the San Francisco defense. Great defensive work there. By
defense, that was an exciting play there.
It was. Sometimes, again, I'm from Jersey, so I have a lot of words that want to come out of my mouth at the same time, and it just sometimes goes. Blah, 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 blah. Here was a play, and did the thing, and he went up, and he's over there. Blah, blah, blah. So I try. I'm trying.
I mean, even if he caught that, I don't think he would have got that second foot down.
I'm still not as bad as Bob Costas. So,
yeah.
third and goal. Geno Smith again takes a snap. He's back. He looks again, a fade to the end zone. That's going to be caught. And they're saying incomplete. Boy. They're saying DK Metcalf did not come down in bounds. I thought he did on first look. Let's
That's DK. I
take a look at the replay. I want to take a look and see, because at first look, I thought he came down in. Let's see.
Here.
Where does he have possession? Caught.
There's possession.
One. Oh, nope.
Oh.
That's the old Ravens play there.
Yep.
Foot is out. That is indeed incomplete. Good call by the official. Hey, Jimmy Boudreau there. You were talking about how the refs might screw up this game. So far, I'm going to be honest, refs have had a pretty good game.
Yeah, that's a clear.
That's right on there, but it is indeed correct. So the Seahawks will go for the field goal, the snap, the hold, the kick is up. And it is good, so at least they are on the board now. It is 16-3. The Niners over the Seahawks, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is halftime here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Jimbo, your thoughts on the first half of this game? Oh yeah, hey ELS, congratulations on getting the fantasy points. Your thoughts here on the first half of Thursday Night Football here between the Niners and the Seahawks.
So, I mean, I kind of brought it up on the show Wednesday that this had potential to be a boring, sloppy game. And I don't want to say it's a sloppy game, but this should be a blowout right now. San Fran on the turnovers couldn't get more than 3 points on each of those drives. Like we said, what technically should be 28-3 if they score touchdowns on all those drives.
This should be a 4-possession game.
Yeah.
Already.
If DK could get out of his head, because that's what it seems like is going on right now, him slouching on the bench and shaking his head and all that. If he could get out of his head and Geno kind of rein in some of these throws, they may be able to get back into this game and maybe pull it out. And, we saw Minnesota-Green Bay game last week. Minnesota blowing them out, and in second half, Green Bay coming back. Maybe Seattle comes back and wins this.
Well, we're going to see. We're going to have to. And again, like I said, we've seen crazier things. But if the San Francisco defense continues to play the way they are, and the Niners are still opportunistic and can get their points where they can, which they're doing. Again, they should have gotten a lot more points than they did. And that's, I think, maybe a failure on the offense's part of not taking advantage of the opportunities that they've had. They can definitely go ahead and put this game away rather easily. But for right now, it kind of is all San Francisco, Santa Clara, and Seattle is gonna have to start putting something together on offense, because that's the thing. The offense, and to be fair, outside of 2 passes to JSN on that drive. A lot of that drive was, a pass interference and, a couple penalties on San Francisco. And like I said, just, JSN came up big in that drive. But Metcalf has dropped a couple balls already. And like you said, it seems to be maybe in his head. Geno Smith has not been crisp in his passing, as we've seen, which feels like this is the second game for him now where he's like that. The San Francisco front seven is really dominating that line. They collapse in the pocket a lot on them. It's and then again you have some mistakes here. You have Geno throwing a pick. You have a fumble on a kickoff. You can't. These are things you can't do if you want to win. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't make those kind of little mistakes or big mistakes as turnovers are. But even like the little mistakes of looking to turn and run with the ball before you got it, and dropping passes. And like DK coming down with the foot just out of bounds, like knowing your foot placement. And I know it's a tough catch, but it's the NFL, and we know he can do it. We've seen DK Metcalf do it time after time after time after time. So him not doing it is more of a surprise than anything. ELS in the chat says, honestly, the Seahawks need to wake up because their offense doesn't look good. The 49ers are playing good so far, but we will see another choke. We'll see if they have another choke again in the second half. And that's the thing. Both of these teams have had those kind of games. San Francisco's had they've had 2 of them now already. Once against the Cardinals and once against the Rams. Yeah. So you would hope there, if you're a Niners fan, that it doesn't happen against a third division opponent. But you never know. But Jimbo, your time with us is just about at an end. Anything else to say before you head on and mosey on off to Dreamland?
Just, like I said, I'll be back on the channel here Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern for some bare knuckle fighting. And Devils lost. Yes.
You're a prick. Don't forget that the Friday forecast is also coming up tomorrow. Mine and Jimbo's weekly picks show where we go ahead and make our picks and predictions for the week coming up here in week 6, and we'll see how badly we can do because the NFL is still 6 weeks into the season. Fucking unpredictable. Yep. But until then, Jimbo, we will see you later. We're going to take a little break as I change the cameras out around here. You know, you got to do a little technological stuff here, so we're going to take a quick 2-second break to switch the cameras out. And when we come back, it'll just be my beautiful face as we get ready to cover the second half here of Thursday Night Football. Be right back, everybody. Hey, we're back. Told you just had to switch the cameras out a little bit, do a little housekeeping, a little house cleaning here. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. I'm your boy King. Jimbo was just here with us for the first half. He is off to Slumberland as he has, responsibilities, an actual job to go to. Meanwhile, me, I could hang out with you all night long. That's why we're here for. Right now, the 49ers are leading the Seattle Seahawks 16-3 here at halftime. In the chat, ELS providing us here with some stats here on the first half. Brock Purdy, 9 of 14, 139 yards, 1 touchdown, and he has 3 rushes of 20 yards. And Geno, as we were talking about before, 9 of 18, 109 yards, so he's gotten a little bit better. Still no touchdowns, and that 1 pick that he threw on his first drive that ended that early on in the game. If you like what you're watching, please, you can join us in the chat, by the way. We have a lot of people in chat here. You can join into the conversation as well. Thank you so much. All are welcome. Come in, say what's on your mind, what's your thoughts, how's your team's doing, what are your predictions for coming up for Sunday for your teams this week. If your team's on a bye, that's good too. But come in, say hi, say hello, say how you doing. We would love to hear from you here at Stay Tuned Sports. By the way, if you are liking what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. That helps us out tremendously. You have no idea. And of course, everybody who has, we do appreciate it tremendously. If you would like to help us out directly with donations, you can do that as well. We have a donation station link down in the description below, and we also have it right here in the chat, pinned to the very top of the chat, along with our link for our merch store, which you might have just saw some commercial for there. Some of the items that we do have in there, more stuff being added in there all the time. But if you want to check that out too, buy some things there as well. That is greatly appreciated and will greatly help us if you do so. So thank you so very much again for checking us out here on Stay Tuned Sports as we get ready. Of course, yes, I just see that my New Jersey Devils have lost 4-2 against the Toronto Maple Leafs in our United States North American home opener. So that sucks. But what are you going to do? I can't win them all, especially in hockey. Somebody ever goes 82-0, something's wrong, something's rigged. I think you have to kind of think about that. Elsewhere in the sports world, the New York Yankees are up 3-0 on the Kansas City Royals. They are currently in the bottom of the 6th inning. From what I can see here. And previously, the Cleveland Guardians beat the Detroit Tigers 5-4. As that series is now knotted up at 2 games apiece. There will be a Game 5 in the ALDS coming up, much like there will be one tomorrow for the San Diego Padres and the Detroit for the Los Angeles Dodgers. So that series also tied up at 2 apiece. The New York Mets, of course, already advanced to the NLCS, beating Philadelphia yesterday, and the Yankees are looking to do the same here, with there being 2 New York teams in each championship series. Will we get another Subway Series? 4 years since the last one? That would be cool. That would be interesting. I think so anyway, being from New York and being a Yankees fan, I think that would be nice. But yes, just to let you know, we also have some shows coming up here. We have the Friday forecast coming up tomorrow around 3:30-ish Eastern Daylight Time. Mine and Jimbo's weekly picks and predictions for the NFL here in Week 6 to let you know what's going on here. Utah Hockey Club currently tied 2-2 with the New York Islanders with 13:19 to play in the third. Of course, ELS being a big Utah fan in our chat. If you want to join us in the chat is open. Come in, say hi, say hello, say how you doing. Talk to us. It's always good to have you here. But yes, Friday, tomorrow, we will be having the Friday forecast where we will predict Week 6 of the NFL and let you know who we are picking as our winners and losers for the NFL in the upcoming games. And then, of course, Jimbo said he will be broadcasting a reaction and watch-along to the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships, the BKFC, in Spain. They're going to be having it inside an actual bullfighting ring. He will be doing that tomorrow at 1 p.m. That'll be right here live on the Stay Tuned Sports channel. 1 p.m. Your good friend Jimbo will be broadcasting that and watching that along with you if you want to join him to do so. ELS even says it. You see, ELS is like, join the chat. We're very friendly, and they don't bite. They don't bite in there. Nobody's biting. Nobody's biting. It's not that kind of chat. That is not that kind of chat. That doesn't happen until much later on. But here comes the kickoff. Here's San Francisco getting the ball first here in the second half, taking about 2 yards deep in the end zone, and San Francisco will take it out. They get it up to about the 23, 24. He's pushing, gets to the 25 with some extra effort. And that is where the Niners will take over here to start the first half at the 25-yard line. I didn't see a flag notification, but apparently we have one, as somebody on Seattle's team went a little early. And so we have our 6th flag of the game. And boy, just like that, 2 goals happened in the Utah and Islanders game. So instead of being 2-2 with 13:19 to go in the third, it is now 3-3 between Utah and the Eastlanders. 1st and 10, San Francisco. Mason's going to take it to the right side and curl up, and he's going to get about 7, maybe 8 yards, depending on the spot. Looks to be about 8 to my eyes, but my eyes are never really the best to go by. Mason's had a pretty decent first half. Got injured a bit towards the end of the first half. Guarendo has been filling in for most of the time there late in the second quarter. So 2nd and 1, they give him 9 yards. It looks like a long one, but they say 9-yard gain. And they do hand off to Guarendo, and he's going to get the first down with a gain of 2 yards. 3 yards. He's 2 yards past the first down marker, so that would be 3 yards. Use math, John. You can do that. Mr. King, Mr. John King, you can use math. Mason still looks like he's working on his shoulders, upper body. Something there is clearly bothering him. As it is now 1st and 10, we take a look at Debo. He will be in motion. Purdy in shotgun. Steps back. Looks. He throws, and he's going to skip the ball. He was looking for Ayuk, but nobody there. But we do have a flag down. We do have another flag. And just like that, the flags are starting to come hot and heavy. As we have Seattle players trying to plead their case, but it looks like it will be against Seattle. Oh, but now they're saying there was no flag, that they picked it up. But the flag was thrown. So I don't care if you pick it up or not. It stays on the flag counter. That's what we do here. Kansas City gets a run in the ALDS against the Yankees. It is 3-1 Yankees still, but there is a man on second base for Kansas City. 2 outs going on in that game right now. Brock Purdy back. Takes a snap, passes over to his left side. It's going to be open. Kittle's first down and more as he rumbles and bumbles and stumbles down into Seattle territory. 1st and 10. For the Niners. Kittle getting his first touch of the day. Wide open was Kittle. Good protection. Not sure how you leave Kittle that open as a safety route. But now at the 29-yard line. Are the Niners looking to threaten again and score here on their first drive? Guarendo, he gets the carry, and he's going to gain about 5 yards on the carry. So 2nd and 5 coming up. Niners just picking up yardage in chunks here right now. Both teams wearing throwback uniforms for this game. Both teams look absolutely gorgeous. Just want to say that. Big fan of both of these uniforms. I do like the Niners, the gold pants better. I will say that. I do like the gold pants better. But still, not a bad looking game. 2nd and 4 coming up here. They actually gave him 6 yards. I thought it was only 5. That's going to be a pitch out to Guarendo again. Big hole, and he gets through, and that's going to be a first down. That is going to be a gain of about 7 yards. And the Niners, again, just moving the ball at will at this point. And Seattle's defense does not have an answer. Juszczyk was in motion. Helped with the block. Hole opened up there by some pulling of the guards and tackles. And just Easy hole. You could drive a beer truck through it. 1st and 10 now from the 17-yard line. That's going to be a handoff here. And that's going to be a gain of about 3 or 4. Second and 4. Actually, it was 6. So that should tell me to shut the fuck up. That was Taylor Jr. with that carry. Patrick Taylor Jr. to be specific. And they're going to hand it off to him again, but not as good of a luck this time. He's only going to get to the 10-yard line for a gain of about 1 yard. And 3rd down will be coming up here. 3rd and 3 for the Niners. The Niners have been 0 for 2 in the red zone so far in this game. Their one touchdown came on a very long pass play to Deebo Samuel from Brock Purdy. 3rd and 3. Purdy in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's got time, and that's thrown. Caught! Touchdown! George Kittle and the 49ers get their second touchdown of the game. Everybody on the San Francisco sideline, so let's see. Catches the ball. 1, 2, and he does get the second foot down. As the Niners are now up 22 to feeling 22. Snap, hold, kick, up, good, and they are no longer at 22. They are at 23, and they have a 20-point lead on the Seahawks. 23-3 here on Thursday Night Football, and we are fast approaching rout territory as the Niners have supreme control of this game and are starting to flex their muscle a little bit. Let's take a look at the old Twitter X and see what people are saying about this game, about everything else that's going on too. Marshawn Lynch is pondering a possible run for the mayor of Oakland. Yeah, give me a Marshawn Lynch political cat. I kind of want to see it. I just want to see it. I don't live in California. I don't live in the Bay Area, so I can't. That's outside of my voting area and district. I don't care. So, but I want to see it. I want to see it. Oh, sorry. Pardon me. Excuse me for the yawning. I am a little tired. Yeah, no, I just saw that from Florio. And again, it does come from Florio. So we'll take that with a grain of salt there, ELS. I'll tell you that. But that is indeed a possible story working here. Is that Marshawn Lynch here? I'll put it in the chat. Possible Marshawn Lynch run for mayor in Oakland. Interested to see that. Interested to see. Yes, we saw that Jordan Mason's back, but he's still kind of working on that shoulder. We'll see how that works out. I was going to say, right now, it could just be talk there, ELS, about him just doing it. Like, it could just be, that could just be Marshawn. You know what I mean? But also, it is Marshawn Lynch, so Could happen. Raiders and Chiefs coming up next Thursday night. Ooh, that one might be. I don't know. Because, Kansas City might not be playing great, but certainly Oakland isn't. Dynamic kickoff return. It's going to be brought up to the 35, out to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, and he could go 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Seattle. Returned on the kickoff. We have a kickoff return, a dynamic kickoff return, and Seattle is right back into this game. Holy Toledo. Wasn't expecting that one. I didn't even get a chance to move the possession football over. And Seattle with a dynamic kickoff return. Oh baby, here we go. So Seattle gets up to 9 points. Snap, hold, kick, up. It is good, and now it is 10. So we are back to a 13-point lead for the Niners, just like that. Didn't even have a chance to move the possession. Here, I'll do it now. Here, Seattle had it. There they go. They got it, and now they're going to kick it off to San Francisco, and I'll be able to give it to them. But wow, see, that's the first dynamic kickoff return touchdown that I've gotten to broadcast here on the Stay Tuned Sports channel since I've been covering this with you guys. Holy shit, that was fun. That's what we've been missing. Laviska Shenault with the return. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that name right, but I'm doing my best. Laviska Shenault. As he's now flexing on the sidelines. As, hey, well, you should. Flex on, brother. Flex on. So now San Francisco with Debo lining up for a kickoff return. As Seattle now kicks off, will we have back-to-backs? I doubt it. But San Francisco will get it in the landing zone, and they get it up to the 31, and that is where Debo will be tackled, and that's where San Francisco will take over. With 9:49 left here in the third quarter. ELS, I love you, brother, but that honestly sounds like Greek to me, man. Let's see. He says, in racing news, MoneyGram Haas F1 team enters into a technical partnership with Toyota Gazoo Racing. The great Gazoo! Dum-dum. Fred Flintstone. I might be the only person that gets that reference. Brock Purdy throws over the middle. That's going to be caught and a first down for your San Francisco 49ers. If they're yours, I don't know if they are. Are they? I don't know. I know we had a couple of Niners fans in here. The Jimmies, both from Santa Clara. Again, that's Patrick Taylor Jr. with the reception. 1st and 10. Do it again. Niners look like they're in some kind of jumbo package almost here. 1st and 10. It's going to be a pitch back here. And that was Guarendo. And he got about a yard-ish. No, they gave him 2. I think it's a long... It's 2nd and 8, but it's a long 8 here. With 8:36 and counting here in the third quarter. I did see some of your latest videos and some of your shorts there, ELS, which are great. For anybody watching, please go check out ELS's channel. That's going to be flag caught. We have a pass by Purdy. It was caught by Ayuk. We have a flag down. Ooh, we got to see what it is here. This is going to be holding on the 49ers, so the flag, the catch is negated. I don't know. I think it's a bad call. That's a bad call. It's maybe the first bad call I've seen all night from the officials, but I think that's a bad call. So now it's 2nd and 18 coming up here for the 49ers. Holding on to a 13-point lead after Seattle ran back at kickoff for a touchdown after the Niners had just scored a touchdown. Brock Purdy steps back. He's looking to throw, but he is getting chased. He is well out of the pocket. He now throws. It is caught by Juwan Jennings, but only for about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 16, maybe 15 coming up here, depending on where the officials decide to spot it. Oh, boy. Sorry. Pardon me in my yawning. Trying not to, but it is a little bit late. I've had a little bit of a long day. I didn't get my nap today. Yeah, I got to get my nap in. You know what I'm saying? Like a toddler. 7:15 left, 3rd and 16. It was indeed just a 2-yard gain. Well, I don't know if he caught that. I don't think he caught that. It might be Apple Crisps coffee time. I think you're absolutely right there. ELS, maybe next commercial break, I'll start the brewing process of getting that done. But indeed, they do say incomplete pass with the review assist. So 3rd and 18. Niners got a long way to go. It's going to be a quick screen here to Debo, who does break away. Oh, he gets only about 3 yards short of the first down. But it indeed will be a 4th down. So he gained about 15 yards on the play. But it will still be just short, and the Niners are going to have to punt. Juwan Jennings looks maybe a little injured on the sidelines. That's not great news for the 49ers. Snap, and the punt is away. As that lands right at the 4-yard line, bounces to the 6, and that is where it'll be marked, and that is where Seattle will take over at their own 6-yard line. I'm going to be right back because I'm going to start brewing some coffee. First, I gotta get. I forgot today was garbage day too. I forgot that. I always forget stuff. Very forgetful I am. All right, so while that is brewing over here, I am back here. Thank you so much for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports as we watch along here with Thursday Night Football. Your boy King hanging out with you. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out a bunch. You guys have no idea. We're on a goal to 200 subscribers. Certainly, every single subscriber counts, and we love you if you do that. Thank you so very much. If you want to help us more directly, we have links to our donation station and to our merch store, both down in the description and in the top of our chat. It is pinned up there as well if you want to donate directly, or if you just want to buy a piece of merch, which we have more merch showing up every day. You can go check that out and buy if you want to as well. Thank you so much. 1st and 10. Geno Smith back to throw from his own 6-yard line. It's going to be caught. And a first down, gain of 12 here by Seattle. Barner, the tight end, with the catch. And Seattle, first down. They get a first down. Geno directs Kenneth Walker out towards his right. Now Kenneth Walker comes back. Takes the handoff, and that's going to be a gain of 1.5 yards, maybe 2, for the running back. And you know what? You're 1,000% right. I never put the 3 up there. Thanks for looking out, ELS. I still had halftime up there. We're 6 minutes into the third quarter, and everybody's still thinking it's halftime. Oof. Second and 8. Geno Smith fakes the handoff. Pocket is collapsing. He rolls out to his right, and how does he not get sacked? I have no idea. I don't know who was back there with him, but it seemed to just bounce off him. What? Was that? There's no way Bosa just bounced off him. Come on. With those arms? What a waste of arms. What are you doing? Okay, no, it wasn't. He just got dragged. So 3rd and 8 now coming up here for the Seahawks from the 21-yard line. Geno Smith changing the play, shifting players all over. Noah Fant ends up going over to the left. Play clock down to 1-0. The snap. They do get it off. The referees allow. Big pass down the field. Thrown. That's going to be caught by Tyler Lockett. And that is a first down for the Seahawks. And they appear to be in San Francisco territory. So a play that was very close. No, that's not Lockett, isn't it? No, it was Lockett. Okay. I was going to say I knew 16 was Lockett. I don't know. Sometimes when you watch the teams that you're not used to, you're not sure of the numbers. So 1st and 10 now from the Niners 42-yard line. That's going to be a handoff. And a gain of about 3 yards, 4 yards there for Charbonnet. Geno Smith, maybe the best pass of the night, right down into the bucket of Lockett. Now it is 2nd and 6, 4-yard gain actually there. Geno Smith throws to Noah Fant to the right side, and he's going to catch that and go down to about the 26-yard line, and that's going to end up being a first down for the Seahawks. .435 remaining here in the third quarter. In case anybody wondering, the Yankees are still up 3-1 on the Royals. It is the top of the 8th currently. Geno Smith, play action pass, looks, can't find anybody, throws it to Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. Walker is going to get up to about the 16.5-yard line. And that's going to end up being 2nd and a short 2. What one might call 2nd and 1.5. Snap, handoff again to Walker, but he's going to lose yardage that time. Loses about 1.5 yards. So now 3rd and 3, maybe 4, depending on the spot coming up here for the Seattle Seahawks, dressed in their throwback uniform, silver helmet, blue jerseys, silver pants, looking oh so sweet. Indeed, 3rd and 3, 3:22 left here on the clock in the third quarter. Smith takes a snap, back, looks, throws, caught by DK Metcalf, and he's going to be pushed out at about the 11-yard line. First down. Seahawks moving the ball efficiently here on this drive, looking to get this game to within 6 points. It was looking like we were well on our way to Route City beginning here in the third quarter, but right now Seattle, Kenneth Walker breaks on through for a gain of roughly about 6 yards. The first down is really at like the half-yard line. 1,000% ELS. I think these jerseys should be the primary. Hand off to Kenneth Walker again, and he's going to get down to about the half-yard line, so he's going to get a first down, I believe. Not a touchdown, but he does get the first down. So it will be first and goal here from the 3-centimeter line for the Seattle Seahawks. QB sneak there for Geno Smith, and I don't think he got it. Second and goal coming up. And he did not. Second and goal coming up here for Seattle. Yeah, I say put the modern Seahawk in the throwback colors on this helmet. You know, the one that has the full wraparound on it, and you know, with the cool meaner face or whatever. But put it in that royal blue and green color. And like, yeah, same with the uniforms. Just keep the uniforms the same like that. Do that. And the referees are jumping in to stop the play as the Seahawks had taken somebody off, so the Niners now have to have the opportunity to take somebody off as well. Snap. It's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be a touchdown. Kenneth Walker and the Seahawks are now within 7, and if the extra point happens and is good, they will be within 6 points. And all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a game. "13 plays, 94 yards." Again, this drive started on the 6-yard line of Seattle after the punt by San Francisco. And Seattle had quite the efficient drive all the way down the field. Snap, hold, kick, up, and that is good. And indeed, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 6-point game. The Niners hold a 6-point lead, 23-17. Seattle making a furious comeback here thanks to a kickoff return for a touchdown and an efficient drive after a 3-and-out by San Francisco following that. Oh, the Packers and the white helmets. Not sure how I feel about that. Not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of the whole icy white thing. You know, like, oh, so nice, so icy. That looks so icy. That's icy. That's so. I'm not a huge fan of it. When they introduced it, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of those looks. Like when the Broncos did it. And the Broncos are going to be doing it again. They have a whiteout, icy snowcap look, they say. This is our snowcap look. Yeah, it looks like you're following a trend. Same with a lot of the monochrome kind of stuff. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the monochrome stuff. But hey, I heard my coffee go off. So let me go get my cup of coffee, and I will be right back. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but over here, at least down in the New York area where I am in Bayonne, New Jersey, so I imagine if you live maybe even northern than that, like ELS, I'm sure you can too. If you look outside, Northern Lights are here, baby. Northern Lights are just popping out. You don't usually see them this low, but apparently we got hit with some cosmic rays, so we're all going to die. Niners get the kickoff, and they bring it only down to the 26-yard line on the return, and that is where they will start their next drive. As it is only now a 6-point lead for the Niners. Back when it was a 20-point lead just not too long ago, but you had yourself a kickoff return, a dynamic kickoff return from the Seahawks, and then a long sustained drive, 94 yards, starting on their own 6-yard line. And the Seahawks have brought this game back to a one-possession game. Brock Purdy, play action, rolls out to his left, looks, throws down the field, and incomplete. It was intended for Ayuk. I wouldn't call. I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, you could. He might have been looking for the flag, but I wouldn't call pass interference or any kind of holding on that. So 2nd and 10 coming up here. Brock Purdy in shotgun from the 26. Takes the snap. Tries to step up in the pocket to run, can't do it. Throws it to Juszczyk. Kyle Juszczyk gets to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So 3rd and 10 now coming up here for the Niners. The Packers are calling it a winter warning for the... Yeah, I know. That's it. They all have their own silly things. Like the Broncos calling it like the snow cap unis, and Packers calling it a winter warning, and whatever else they do. I think it's all gimmicky stuff. And I don't know if the Packers need it. Like, the Packers are so storied and traditional. I don't think they need that kind of gimmicky stuff. I don't know. That's what I'm starting to worry about there, ELS. I think the Niners might be having another choke away here. And if so, we have an exciting finish coming up here with the fourth quarter about to hit. Brock Purdy stands in the pocket, gets hit as he throws. That's going to be completed, but short of the first down for Juwan Jennings, about 3 yards short. And the Niners are going to have to punt here. And the fourth quarter will begin with a 49ers punt. And Seattle getting the ball back with a chance to take the lead in the game. Oh, the drama. It's high drama here, folks. Thursday night, high drama. Buckle up. The fourth quarter is here. Get the fours up. Got to get the fours up because we are here in the fourth quarter. The Niners, 23. The Seahawks, 17. What once was a 23-3 game has become all of a sudden very, very interesting. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. It helps us out tremendously. And we cannot thank you enough for doing so. If you want to help us out more directly, we do have a donation station link and a merch store link. If you want to just donate some money to us, that certainly is appreciated, and we love you for that. Thank you so very much. The leader right now in the clubhouse is Bryce. Also, Iram. He also donated to us as well, $5. If you want to get your name on a ticker, donate more than $5. That's going to be the game here. You donate more, you got to donate more than the person that is on the ticker. Right now it's Bryce with $5. You want to donate more, you can. But trust me, anything you donate is well loved and well appreciated. Thank you so very, very much. And what else? With the merch store, yes, we have merch. We have lots of merch here for you. More stuff being added all the time. Right now, if you're a Seahawks fan, we've got Seahawks merch. The 8-bit helmets are in our store. We got Packer 8-bit helmets in the store, just there for you. ELS, we got some Packer stuff in here for you. We know Packers fans are there, of course. Giants, we got lots of Giants stuff in there. We got lots of Eagle stuff. We got some Jets stuff in there, Jersey Jets. We have those things in there as well. Washington football team of Redskin Commander shirts. Those are new in there as well. So if you want to buy some merchandise, that will also help us out as well. Again, those links are pinned on the top of the chat and down in the description below. Thank you so very much for watching us here. And the Utah Hockey Club starting out 2-0 with a win, overtime win over the Isles, 5-4. in overtime. Exciting. Sports happening. You love it. I love it. You love it. This is what's going on. Unfortunately, my Devils lost tonight, but we did start off 0-2 out in Czechia against the Buffalo Sabres. So, that's always good. We have that going on. We have this game going on. We have an Aurora Borealis happening outside right now. Down this low. Like I said, able to see it here in Bayonne, New Jersey. I'm sure if you're able to see it anywhere else, high up wherever you're living, it seems to be pretty low. So if you're somewhere here across the northern part of the U.S., you probably can walk outside right now and see some pink, maybe purple, a little bit of green, cosmic rays in our magnetosphere, and bombarding us with some of those sweet, sweet solar radiation, which we love so much. And if you happen to have mutant powers awakened, hey, listen, all the better. So here comes the punt for the Niners. They do get it away, and it's going to be Seattle's ball at the 20-yard line. There's a flag down. It looks like there may be pass fair catch interference, but it seems like the San Francisco 49er was pushed into him. That's what he's saying. So we'll see if that flag is picked up or not. But even if it's not, it counts on my flag number because it was thrown. All flags thrown count for me. I'm not like Tom Grossi, who only has the accepted flags. I keep every one of them up there. If it's thrown, you're there because the intention was there. And these referees always have the intention of throwing the flags. They always want to throw the flag. It's their one joy in life. Refs are still a bit of a conference call here. So they say no. It's the second flag they've picked up during the game. Not for me. It stays there. But they have... By the way, I've got to change this to 4. I thought I did, but... So, 1st and 10, and the officials are jumping in here again to stop play. Not sure why. You're such a dorky, LS. Oh, we got a challenge. San Francisco is going to challenge and say that since it wasn't a penalty that he was blocked into him, that he touched the ball, and since he touched the ball, that should be San Francisco's ball. Interesting. Not sure how this one's going to go down. How do you rule this one? Not sure. Not sure. Because again, if you picked up the flag and said, okay, it's not a penalty for running into the player because he was pushed in there by the player, by the Seahawks player. So then it's not a penalty. So it's not a penalty, and it does touch the Seahawk player. Then that counts as having been touched. So then, woo doggy. We got some. We got some stuff. We got some stuff. Interested to see how this goes down. I'm interested to see how this one goes down. Yeah, fix the clock here a little bit. I might have to. Let's see. I'm still figuring stuff out. Again, we're all fairly new to this. So still figuring stuff out, still doing stuff here. And I want to thank you all for being here with us in these early days as we figure everything out here. Again, I want a big shout out to ELS there in the chat for really just coming through, being our stat guy, keeping us abreast of all the things happening in the sports world. and everything like that. On the end of the stats in the game, stats going on, everything else going on. He's keeping us up to date on baseball playoffs. He's keeping us up to date on hockey. He's keeping up to date on everything, and also just being a real good person to chat with in here. So if you want to join ELS and myself and the Jimmies, we got 2 Jimmies in here as well. Haven't heard from there for a while, but I bet you they're still there. You can come on in, come join us. It is a blast here on Station Sports. Come talk to us. My name is King, hanging out with you here. Jimbo was here a little bit earlier, but he had to get out. So what is the call? Because I don't have the volume on. But either way, it appears that the challenge failed because Seattle's running the ball 2nd down already. So it doesn't, the challenge has failed, is all I know. They're saying it didn't touch him? I don't know. But the Niners lose a timeout. 2nd and 6 coming up here for Seattle. Geno Smith back in shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it off. And that's going to be a big hole for Kenneth Walker. He breaks it out to the right. And that's not Kenneth Walker, sorry. That's Charbonnet. And that's going to be a 1st down there for Seattle on the run by Charbonnet. So Seattle moving the ball again, moving the chains, controlling this second half against the Niners after the Niners went down and scored to make this game a 20-point game, 23-20. The Seahawks have since returned a dynamic kickoff for a touchdown, had a 94-yard drive for a touchdown, have made the Niners go 3 and out twice, and are now marching down the field here. They're on their own 30-yard line. Geno Smith back looking to throw and just throws it into the ground, and there's a flag. That might be intentional grounding. And we've hit double digits on the flags. On the flags. And now the refs are just going to take their sweet-ass time walking around, kind of trying to come up with a decision about what the fuck is going on here. Illegal man downfield. That penalty is declined. But the flag doesn't come off of my board. Weird. I would have thought it would have been intentional grounding, but whatever. 2nd and 10. Niners just want the down gone instead of yardage, and they do hand it off, and that goes nowhere. Line of scrimmage, that is it. 3rd and 10. Going up here, Charbonnet with the carry, but no yards. Seahawks going hurry up here. In shotgun is Geno. He's now appearing to change the play. Player shift. He does step back into shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Charbonnet in the backfield with him. He takes a snap, back, looks, throws, almost has the ball knocked out of his hands. He's able to throw it out of bounds, and that'll be 4th and 10, and the Seahawks will have to punt. After a promising start to the drive, it does appear to stall. The Niners defense does hold. 12:46 left, and the Niners will be getting the ball back. Top of the 9th, the Yankees are still leading the Royals 3-1 at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. So here comes the punt from Seattle. The snap and the punt is away. And it is caught by the Niners on the 12-yard line, and he slips as he catches it. And that is where he will be down the 11-yard line there for the Niners. So they will have 89 yards to travel to try to get a touchdown and get control of this game. Again, they are still up only 6. A field goal does make it a 2-possession game. So you do have to look at it from that standpoint from the 49ers. A field goal will be good, but I think you would want a touchdown to kind of put a stamp on this one with limited time coming up now here in the fourth quarter. What else we got going on here? Of course, we got the Yankees going on. We see that. That is 3-1 again, as we see, top of the ninth. Let's see what's going on at Twitter X. And let's see. So indeed, I could have sworn I saw him touch it, and I was confused because the refs obviously didn't give it to San Francisco, and that's why they kept it. Everybody else on Twitter is also kind of confused about how they didn't call that Niners possession with it touching a Seattle player, but that is what it is. Oh, more pictures of the Aurora Borealis down here in, well, not beautiful, but it is Bayonne. Seeing clips of the Utah Hockey Club's win over the New York Islanders tonight in overtime, 5-4. As looking at, Frank the Tank from Barstool. Frank is wondering why we didn't see the Aurora Borealis in New Jersey. And I got to tell you, Frank, I'm in New Jersey. We saw it. It's here. As we take a look at some crazy Seattle fans, probably because of the drugs, it's in fact the 12-yard line. So an 88-yard drive needed by the Niners here. Brock Purdy under center. Not going to take the snap. We had 2 people moving at the same time on the Niners. That is flags everywhere. That is going to be illegal shift. That is going to be a 5-yard penalty. I mean, I could see that from here. Oop. I went one too many numbers over. But yeah, that was clear as day. I mean, you try running into each other. You don't have time to set. You snap the ball. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing it. Oh, man, this Apple Crisp coffee is so good. It's one of the best purchases I've ever made in my life. I got to tell you what, perfect evening coffee, perfect dessert coffee. Right here, as I'm talking to you in the fourth quarter of a game, it is what hits the spot while watching football here with you folks. Thank you so much. Brock Purdy takes the snap here on 1st and 15, completes it to Kyle Juszczyk. Juszczyk gets it all the way back up to the 20-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd and 2 coming up, and that means his wife's going to sew him another brand new jacket. For every completed pass, he gets a new piece of clothing sewn for him. That's a loving wife. You gotta say that? That's pretty awesome. I have no idea if that's true. She does do a lot of sewing. I'll give her that. She made Taylor Swift a bunch of jackets and shit last year. Pretty cool. Way too expensive probably for anybody else to afford, but still pretty cool. That's going to be a handoff here on 2nd and 2, and that's going to be a first down for the Niners. As that is, I believe, Taylor with the carry. The Niners have 141 rushing yards and 225 passing yards with 366 total yards, while the Seahawks have 239 total, and they have an almost 10-minute advantage on time of possession to the 49ers, but still only a slim 6-point lead. against these Seahawks, who have battled all the way back from a 20-point deficit, losing at one point 20-3 early here in the third quarter. Now we're sitting here with 11:21 left in the fourth quarter, 23-17. I want to thank everybody for joining us here. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. Also, we have links for our donation station if you want to help more directly, or our merch store that is also down in the description and pinned in the chat. If you want to go to the chat, hang out with us. Come on. ELS said he doesn't bite. I don't know if that's true or not. That's, I maybe got to get a gnome first. I don't know if that's your thing. I have no idea. It could be. It could be, maybe you want people to bite you. Listen, it's 2024. There's all kind of folks. I'm not here to kink shame. That's not what I do. I'm just here to call football. That's what I'm here for. And that's why I thank you for joining us, for watching us, and watching along with us on this Thursday night football game as the 49ers take on the Seahawks. Anybody still paying attention to the WNBA? The Minnesota Lynx have defeated New York Liberty in Game 1 of the WNBA Finals. I think a lot of people lost interest once Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever were out, but that's going to happen, and you never know. It takes increments. It builds up. Listen, the NBA wasn't super popular when Bird and Johnson came in. And now you got, Bird and Magic helped save the NBA. Then you have Michael Jordan. And obviously look at the NBA today. So, little bits. And we'll see what happens there with the WNBA. But if you're interested, there you go. Lynx 1-0 right now over the New York Liberty in the WNBA Finals. We are now in the bottom of the ninth between the Yankees and the Royals. One out, nobody on there. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line, 23.5-yard line. Yeah. It's going to be a pitch back here from Purdy to Debo. Debo's going to run all over the place. We have flags down. Did the play even start? I don't even know if the play got off. And Debo appears to be hurt on the play too. His hand. Uh-oh. For a play that it wasn't even supposed to start, that's not good. He's got a bit of dead arm or something. He's trying to shake some life into it or something, yeah. Still no. So we have a full start on the Niners. That penalty is declined. We have a personal foul face mask on Seattle. So I guess the one is it doesn't count, or does the personal foul override the full start? I don't know, but that means that there was 2 flags on the play. So that goes from a 12 to a 13. Haha. Yankees win! Yankees win! Yankees win! 3-1. They are going to the ALCS. The New York Yankees win. They beat the Kansas City Royals 3-1 in Kansas City to win that series 3-1. And they will be awaiting the winner of the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Guardians. As we see, Debo still working on a hand now, putting a glove back on here. It is 1st and 10 after the 15-yard penalty. for a face mask on the Seahawks. 11:04 here left in the fourth quarter. Ball now at the 38-yard line of the 49ers. Use check in motion. Purdy takes the snap. He looks, he throws. He got down the middle. Who is that? That is Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk down all the way to the Seattle 41. And that will be a first down for the Niners as they are now in Seahawks territory. Territory? For the first time since very early in the third quarter. As I've had problems saying words today. It happens. It happens to everybody. What are you going to do? But 1st and 10 coming up here for the Niners. Purdy in shotgun. Debo in motion. And he gets a yard. On a bit of an end around there. Did not work much. Seattle's defense sniffed it out pretty well. As we see Kittle coming off. Oh, no, he's coming on. Sorry, it looked like he was running off. He is actually coming on to the field for 2nd and 9. Coming up here for the Santa Clara 49ers. As it looks like we have a lineman getting the Theragun on his hammy. I gotta get me one of those. Those Theraguns look good. Not just, like, I know some people are going to be like, it's a vibrator for the ladies. No. I mean, I'm sure it could. It might kill somebody, but just as an actual massaging tool, man, just that, like, man, your back kills you, your muscles kill you. Like, when you get older, things become less about that and more about, my aching joints and muscles. I mean, it still can be about that. Don't get me wrong. Like, that never goes away, but, it's mostly about the muscles and pain. That was an incomplete pass on 2nd down, so 3rd and 9 coming up here now for the Niners. What I'm saying is I would love a Theragun for Christmas. If anybody out there is watching wants to give old King Boy here a nice Christmas present, a Theragun would do the trick. And play clock running down. It looks like the Niners are going to have to blow another timeout, and that's going to be their second. They're only going to have one timeout left. 9:38 left in a close game. Again, we're at a 6-point game. It's a one-possession game. But that is going to be their second timeout after they lost the timeout on a challenge, which they shouldn't have lost because a player did touch the ball. And since it wasn't a penalty because the Niner player was pushed by the Seahawk player into the Seahawk receiver, the kick returner, then since it touched the Seattle player, that should have been a live ball and then recovered by San Francisco, which it was, but the ref said it never touched the Seattle player, but upon further visual evidence, it 1,000% did. So, I don't know. But 3rd and 9, it's going to be an incomplete pass intended for Juwan Jennings there from Brock Purdy. And with 9:35 left, the Niners are going to have to punt. And Seattle again has a chance to take the lead in this game, to at least tie, and with an extra point, can take the lead. And the kick is away. And that'll bounce at the 1 and bounces back to the 3, and that is where it will be down. Seattle will have to start their drive at the 3. Now, they started one at their 6, went all the way down the field and scored. So they already had a 94-yard drive. Can they do a 97-yard drive? That'll be what we'll see coming up here after we return from this break, as we see Jennifer Garner dressed up as Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own, which is, I mean, that commercial's just weird. It's just a weird commercial. I mean, she's hot, but it's weird. Let's check out here. Okay, yes, just seeing a lot of Yankees fans. Not even so much celebrating, but kind of relieved that they have made the ALCS. A little different. Like I said, you saw Mets fans yesterday, excited, elated, jumping up and down, screaming, cheering, "Oh my God!" and then singing the Spanish part, which I don't know because I failed Spanish when I was 17 when I was in high school. Yankees fans, it seems like more of a relief of just like, oh, we made it. All right, because it just kind of seems like that. Like the expectation is there. I don't think the expectations there was there with the Mets this year. With the Yankees, it's always there. So, and now especially when you're talking about Houston's not in the playoffs anymore, which I think was one of the more dangerous opponents. I mean, it was always the Yankees' kind of bugaboo team. So without them in it, it feels like you have a better shot. And again, with the Orioles out too early, the Orioles are kind of we're kind of a tougher opponent. I believe if you're a Yankees fan, that's what you were feeling, and I am a Yankees fan. But yeah, relief is had for the Yankees going to the ALCS. So both New York teams make it to the ALCS and the NLCS. Can we be on the way to another Subway Series? I'd like to see that. Sorry about that. Just having a nice cup of apple crisp coffee. Anyway, Seahawks from the 3. Takes the snap. Geno Smith passes it to Walker out of the backfield, and he's going to get it up to about the 8-yard line, and that will be where the Seahawks have him for second down. Second and 4 coming up here for the Seahawks. Trailing the Niners by 6 points with under 9 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Geno Smith takes the snap. Quick throws it out to his left to Tyler Lockett, and that's going to be a first down. Tyler Lockett gets the ball out to the 14-yard line. And Seattle keeps the chains moving. Geno Smith back, looks, throws. It's going to be caught? Yes. DK Metcalf with the catch, and that's going to be another first down. Gain of about 11 there for the Seahawks. Geno Smith takes the ball back, look, throws to Metcalf out of the backfield, and he's going to get about 5 yards on that one. But we do have a flag, and it is holding on the Seahawks. So our number goes up. Yeah, he grabbed the outside sleeves. You can't grab the outside. Got to keep them hands inside, brother. Got to keep those hands inside. Thank you so much for watching us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. Hanging out with you, watching this Thursday night football game between the 49ers and the Seahawks. If you want to join us in the chat, you can. ELS is in there with us. We have the Jimmies from Santa Clara there in with us. If you want to come in and say hi, please come in and say hi. Thank you so much again for watching. 1st and 18 now here for the Seahawks after the penalty. Geno Smith looking for... Now it's intercepted! It is intercepted. Geno's second of the game. It's going to be returned down to the 14-yard line of the Seahawks. And that might just kill the game for them. Geno with a costly pick. Threw the ball right over the middle. It did not. It seemed to just sail over again DK Metcalf. The second one that seemed to be appeared for DK was high, went right over him, and then picked off. No, it wasn't high. It was short. It was just he was covered, and it was just thrown right to him. Oh, no. Bad throw by Geno Smith. Bad decision there. And just like that, the Seahawks, who had a drive here to maybe go ahead and turn things around and actually take the lead in this game, have now given the Niners the ball on the Seattle 14-yard line. They're going to actually mark it at the 15. And Brock Purdy under center. He's going to hand it off here to Taylor. And Taylor's going to get it to the 10-yard line. Again, clock is ticking here. If the Niners get a field goal, it becomes a two-possession game. And all of a sudden, time becomes a huge factor. Seattle does have all three of their timeouts. Geno Smith is banging his head into the Microsoft Surface Pad Pro V XLR, whatever. 2nd and 4. Again, a handoff to Taylor, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is about it. So that's going to be 3rd down and roughly 4-ish again. Again, I thought he got 5 before, but they said he got 6. Although it was really kind of 5 and a third. So, but anything that's more than a yard, they call that the old short yard, long yard, whatever. But we still are here. Oh, sorry for the yawn, folks. Sorry for the yawn. I know that shit's contagious. 3rd and 4 coming up here. Niners, again, all they need is a field goal to make this a two-possession game, but I'm sure if you're the Niners, you want more. Purdy takes the snap, back, looks, throws over the middle, caught by Kittle, and that's a touchdown for the 49ers. And that is what they wanted. And now they, again, have a secure chokehold on this game. Purdy took the snap, had plenty of protection, good time there in the pocket, stood in there, took a little bit of a hit, but got that ball to Kittle. And the Niners are going to go for 2 here. To make it a full 2-touchdown game, a full 14-point lead. And Purdy looks, throws way high for Kittle, but we do have a flag. There is a flag. And that was encroachment on Seattle. So the Niners get another shot here to make it 31-17. And they hand it off to Taylor Jr., and he is not going to make it. And he is pushed back, and so the 2-point try is no good. So it is a 12-point lead instead of a 14-point lead here for the Niners. With 6:20 left. Here in the game, Niners only have 1 timeout left. The Seahawks have all 3. Why do I have the Seahawks only having 1? Man, I've been... There we go. The Seahawks had all 3 of their timeouts. Let's check it on some messages here. Oh, I don't know. I just saw this news now. Oh my God. I don't know why. This was sent to me by Jimbo a while ago. And I'm just seeing it now. The agency, what is it? What is, I don't know what CAA stands for, but you know they're agents of a lot of NFL players, sports players too. Just CAA agency is parting ways with Jets pass rusher Hassan Reddick, who is the NFL's last holdout. Reddick has not shown up to the facility, has collected millions of dollars in fines, and his situation currently has no end in sight. And now his agent and agency has said, "You're dumb. We're leaving." So again, it seems like my thought was maybe it was his agent who pulled off this kind of nonsense and was trying to pull something at the last minute. But the way it sounds now, it sounds like this was all Hassan's doing. And by doing that, oh my, oh my, oh my. All of a sudden, things are getting a lot clearer about the Jets in the Hassan Reddick situation. And again, he's not looking good. Like, it doesn't look good for him. As we see, okay, that was, Kyle Juszczyk's wife there in the stands that we were looking at there. They were celebrating with, I just saw that clip on there. Seahawks, they get the kickoff and they bring it all the way out to the 30. Oh, he was looking like he was going to break it, but he gets a shoestring tackle there at the 30. And that is where the Seahawks will take over and try to overcome this 12-point deficit with about 6 minutes left to go. My name is King. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports as we're watching along with Thursday Night Football as the 49ers have a 29-17 lead over the Seattle Seahawks. It's been fun hanging out here with you. If you've had fun as well, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out a ton. You have no idea. Also, if you want to help more directly, we have links for our donation station and merch store right pinned to the top in the chat and in our description below. 1st and 10. Geno Smith's going to pass out to Kenneth Walker, and he's going to get maybe a yard on the play. Second and 9, indeed. Like I said, he only gained a yard. I'm trying to see if I can find any more in the Hassan Reddick situation. That's interesting. Geno Smith takes a snap, back, looks, throws, gets it to Noah Fant, and Noah Fant's going to bring it up to the 43-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for the Seahawks. 5:25 left and counting in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10. Seahawks down 12, trying to get back into this game and make something of it here late in the fourth quarter. Geno Smith, pocket collapsing. He's going to run it. Now he throws. That's going to be caught by JSN. Second down coming up here. Second and 5, actually, here. Here comes Geno with the snap. Oh, the pocket collapses. He's hit as he throws. Incomplete. 3rd and 5. Coming up here for the Seahawks. Bosa with the pressure and the hit on Geno as he released the ball. Third and 5, 4:46. Geno in shotgun takes the snap. Back, looks, throws. We have flags down. Big pass. It is caught by Metcalf, and that's going to be a touchdown depending on the flag. What do we got on the flag? It looks like it might be coming back. And indeed it is. Illegal shift on the Seahawks. So the big play comes all the way back. No touchdown. No touchdown. Take it off the board. And just like that, we thought the Seahawks might have had a quick strike. They do not. Because he never set. That's the thing. These guys like to bounce and stuff like that. You have to set. 3rd and 10 now. Geno Smith throws. That's going to be caught, and it is going to be a first down for the Seahawks. That was Bobo there with the catch. Hey, Bobo. Smith again. He's throwing. They got to throw all the time. Bobo again there. It's going to be a gain of 8. They are in Niners territory right now. 2nd down, but clock is ticking. It is out of bounds, so it is 4:10. Again, we have Smith in shotgun, taking a snap, completed to JSN. He fumbles the ball after the catch. And he fumbles it back, so it's not a first down. He had a first down, fumbled the ball. It fumbled backwards to before the first down. And it's 3rd and 2 instead of being a first down at the 38-yard line. And we have flags before the snap happens on this one. And that's going to be against the Seahawks. And indeed it is. Full start on number 67. So that's going to move him back. That's going to pop our counter up to 17 flags thrown in the game. Not accepted, thrown. We've had 2 flags be picked up already. We've had a couple of penalties declined, but again, I don't take the flags off for that because it's not penalties. It's not a penalty counter. It's a flag counter. 3rd and 7. Geno Smith throws over the middle to Kenneth Walker. He's going to catch it, and he's going to get a first down. And he keeps those legs churning. But as he does, the clock keeps ticking. We're now under 3:30 left here in the 4th quarter. Seattle on the San Francisco 32.5-yard line. Geno Smith stepping up in the pocket, looks, throws, and he's got Tyler Lockett down at the 19-yard line. That's a catch. That's a first down. And there's a bit of a tussle going on between him and the Niners player for the ball. Now there is a timeout from the officials. Kenneth Walker saying he was open wide downfield, but Kenneth Walker gets the pass here on 1st and 10. He gets about 2 yards. Time is ticking away here, though. 2:42, 2:41, 2:40 left here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 8. Seattle's got trips to the right. Geno's looking, and again, he just throws it to Kenneth Walker out of the backfield, and Kenneth Walker's going to get it all the way up to the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for the Seahawks, but the clock runs because he was taken down in bounds. 2:16, 2:15, 2:14. 1st and goal. Will the Seahawks run a play here? They are. 2:09, 2:08, 2:07, 2:06, 2:05. I'm going to count down the whole damn clock. Geno Smith takes the snap. He steps back. He looks. He throws off the fingertips of Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett could not catch it. 1:59 left. We are at the 2-minute warning. And that is where we are going to take a break and pause. As the Seahawks, down 12, looking to score here to bring it within 5. a lot of people really kind of reporting in pissed off about the Hassan Reddick situation, as I see, and just kind of being perplexed by it. Let's see here. The Jets, Hassan Reddick has missed 5 games, forfeiting nearly $800,000 per game, and totaling over $4 million on top of the fines that he accumulated during training camp, which is the NFL mandated fines of $5 million. So he's lost almost $10 million in fines by holding out. And he's not going to get a contract. I mean, that's not happening. 2nd and goal coming up here for the Seahawks. Geno Smith takes a snap, getting pressure from Bosa, and that is going to be out of bounds. Intended for Smith in the Jimbo. But he was well out of bounds when that pass got to him, so incomplete. 3rd and goal coming up now for the Seahawks. 1:54 left. And he's getting rushed here on the snap. Throws it all the way back in the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for DK Metcalf there. Was the pass from Geno Smith. And we are at a 4th and goal situation for Seattle. This is do or die. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. Seattle has 3 timeouts, but time is running out. They need to score here, and they need to get an onside kick. Will they be able to do so? The drama is thick. Play clock down to 1, down to 0. They get the play off. Geno Smith steps back in the pocket, looks, throws. It's going to be caught, and it's touchdown. Tyler Lockett gets the touchdown. Almost, I mean, that could have gone wrong 7 different ways. But the Seahawks do get the touchdown here. They are going to have to go for the extra point here. As they have made it 23-29. Awaiting the extra point. And we are going to see, ladies and gentlemen, what happens here. For the extra point. Here it comes. The snap, the hold. The kick, it is up, and it is good. 29-24 is the Santa Clara 49ers lead over the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks going to have to go for a timeout. They have all 3 timeouts. So I guess this is the question you have to ask. Do you kick it off and trust your defense? Or do you go for the onside kick and hope that you get it and get the 3 timeouts? And even if you don't get it, then you still use your 3 timeouts. It is a 5-point game. Real big decision time here for the Seahawks. The Niners at one point had a 20-point lead in this game. The Seahawks have whittled it down twice. Once to a 6-point deficit, now to only a 5-point deficit. Will they do more? Look, they are going to kick it off here. 1:44 left. They have all 3 timeouts. And they are going to kick it off here. 1 first down, the game is over. That's how it is. 1 first down then, and the game will be over. So Seattle kicking off here, and the kick is away. And it is going to be caught in the landing zone, so San Francisco will take it out. They get it out to the 17-yard line, and that is as far as that will go. So that is where San Francisco has it. 1 first down, the game is over for the Santa Clara 49ers. Will the Seahawks defense be able to hold? Will the Niners do something other than just run the ball 3 times? As we've seen, their running game has been a little iffy tonight, especially with Mason out. on first down. They're going to hand it off here. And that's a big run, and it's a first down, and it's more, and he's gone. Down to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5, slides down at the 4-yard line. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the game. The Seahawks take a timeout. Although it is academic at this point. What you could, and here I am saying, do they just keep on running it, or because the running game's been a little iffy? But I'll tell you what, man, what you couldn't have happen is exactly what happened, and that's it. Isaac Guerrero gets a little bit of a shoestring tackle, but then kind of you see him slide down at the 4. Seahawks take a timeout. It is first and goal for the Niners. They can just kneel on it now. Seattle can call timeouts all they want. But eventually they will run out. And the 49ers will win this game. Although they're going to hand it off again here to Guerrero. At 1:20, there's another timeout here from Seattle. They have one remaining, and this is the end of this one. But yeah, reading up on this Hassan Reddick stuff, like I said, he's lost $800,000 per game, totaling almost $4 million already, on top of the $5 million that he already had. And just reading people like, it feels like a crazy decision to keep on holding out at this point. NFL careers are short as it is. I agree with that, Steve on Twitter. Games costing millions, if not playing is losing a season. He might not make that money back again. That is very true as well. Paying $10 million to stay at home is one of the wildest things I've ever seen. Second and goal. Niners lining up here. Like an old school T formation, looks like. That's going to be a handoff to Juszczyk, and he's just going to score. Touchdown, 49ers. Oh, I hit the wrong one. That is not the touchdown. That's a touchdown. As Juszczyk now goes and celebrates with his hot fashion coat making for Taylor Swift's wife. As the Niners have basically now just put this game away. It is now 35-24. And it will be soon 36 after the extra point. Maybe that's what the Seahawks wanted. I don't know. But now, again, the Seahawks have to score another 2 times in 17 seconds with 1 timeout. I don't see that happening. The extra point, it is up, and it is good. It is 36-24. And Seattle's defense, now that's going to be the question that you're going to have to ask yourself if you're a Seahawks fan. If you're just a regular NFL fan talking about football, should the Seahawks have kicked the onside kick and tried for that? Because clearly your defense was not up for the task here tonight and have come up short, clearly. When you needed them the most on a first down run, you let their man just run all over you. So that's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. The coffee's still delicious, though. Let's see here. $1:17 left. Yeah, see, ELS, for some reason, the chat froze on me, and I was unable to read all your chats. I was, what's going on? I had to restart the chat here. Sorry about that. On the kick return, because the last thing I saw from you was something about what was the last thing I saw? Yeah, I think it was the dun 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 and clip. Yeah, and then since then I haven't been able to find anything else from you. So I don't know why the chat did that to me, but I've been missing all your chats. I'm so sorry about that, ELS. I see you talking about when I was talking about the WNBA, about Kittle. Yeah, oh my God, I missed all of your stuff. Oh my God. I am so sorry, ELS. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line after that kickoff return. Big ball from Geno Smith, and that's going to fall incomplete. 1:04 left here in the fourth, 2nd and 10. But yeah, no, the Hassan Reddick stuff is nuts. That was nuts when it started. Because here's the thing: when he went to the Jets, the understanding that it was and what was reported was that it was known that he wanted the contract extension, but he did also tell the Jets, like, I'm going to come in and play, and, we'll see. If we can figure something out, that's great, but if not, and I play well at the end of the season, then I'll get my money in free agency. And everybody seemed to be okay with that. Geno Smith on 2nd and 10 throws the ball, and that's going to be incomplete as he was running for his life. 3rd and 10 coming up with 56 seconds left. And it seemed like he was all set, ready to come into camp. And then it seemed like the last minute, he decided, no, I'm going to hold out and wait for my contract extension now. And the Jets were like, that wasn't our understanding. That's not what we said, so we're not doing that. We had some discussions. Your agent didn't really talk to us. You didn't really want to talk to us, so we're not going to do that. And then talks just never got any further. Nobody talked to anybody. And now we're seeing, now that the agency has dropped him, I think we're seeing that it was indeed Hassan was the one that was kind of driving the bus on this one. Almost intercepted on 3rd and 10 by Geno Smith, and it will be 4th and 10 with 51 seconds left here to go in the game. I think that's what we're seeing, is that it was Hassan was driving the bus on this one, and he's the one who made the last-minute decision to say, nope, I'm going to hold out, and I'm going to press them for more money, and that has not worked. That has backfired tremendously, and now you have the agency being there like, well, we can't get you a deal that's going to make you back $10 million. 4th and 10, Geno Smith steps back, throws. That's going to be complete to Noah Fant. It is going to be a first down as he steps out of bounds. 45 seconds left. 1st down and 10 for the Seahawks. So that's it. The agency's got rid of him, and he's not going to he's not going to make enough the rest of the season to make up all the fines that he has to pay now. He's already missed, like we said, the $4 million in game checks. We have a flag here. We're going to add that up to 18 flags. And it's going to be false start on the Seahawks and move them back 5 yards. He's not going to be able to make up $10 million this season, and he has to pay the mandated fines from the missing training camp and holding out for training camp and all that. Those are non-forgivable. It's in the CBA. He's got to pay that. Once you're out of your rookie contract, you have to pay those. 1st and 15, and Geno Smith takes the sack. Seahawks will take a timeout. 38 seconds left. 2nd down. So you're talking about $5 million there, $4 million already lost in game checks. He's going to lose another $800,000 this week. So that's roughly, you're talking about $10 million already down the drain. He's not going to, and he's not going to be coming back anytime soon, clearly. But you can't, because if you drop him for nothing and then somebody else picks him up, and then for something, no. If I'm the Jets, listen, I have your contract. And that's the other thing, too. I forget what it is. If it's the halfway point of the season or if it's after week 6 or I'll have to look up the exact language on that. Geno Smith on 2nd and 10. He's going to throw that to Noah Fant. He catches it, but he is dropped inbounds. 30 seconds left, and the clock is going to tick. The Seahawks are just about done here. This contract year is then null and void. And then the Jets still hold his rights and his contract into next year. So it's not like if I'm the Jets, there's no incentive for me to drop him. There's no incentive for me to just release him. There's no incentive for me to do anything with him. Come in and play or sit and rot, one or the other. And now he's done this to himself. And now you can't even trade him because nobody wants him because, number one, he's a headache. And number two, he hasn't gone to training camp. He hasn't played. He has been, who knows what kind of shape he is or in football shape he is. You don't know. 4th and 10, Geno Smith, big bomb down the field into the end zone. Hail Mary, incomplete. That's the game. Niners take over with 11 seconds left. They're going to kneel on the ball, and that'll be the end of the game here. Niners win 36-24 over the Seattle Seahawks on Thursday Night Football. I mean, it's the dumbest situation since Le'Veon Bell. And Le'Veon Bell, when he held out with the Steelers and held out the entire year, and then, of course, it was the Jets who decided to pick him up, and he was absolutely ass when it came to the Jets. And his career was never the same after that. Like, I don't know what Hassan Reddick was thinking. He never... This was the thing. I think people might have been telling him that, oh, you have leverage, you have leverage, you have leverage. He never had the leverage. The Jets had all the leverage. All he had to do was like, listen, all right, fine. If that's how they want to do it, that's fine. I'll come in, I'll play, I'll ball out, I'll be great. But once the season's over, I'm hitting free agency, and I'll make my money there. But instead, he tried to hold the Jets up for the money. And the Jets said, well, we don't have to do that. You want to hold out, that's fine. You're just costing yourself money. There was no skin off the Jets' ass. The Jets had no reason, and the Jets' defense was good enough. And everybody kept on saying, well, the Jets got rid of their other pass rusher, and they needed him. What we're seeing from the Jets' defense this year is, no, they don't. They didn't need him. And it would be nice to have him. He's icing on the cake, don't get me wrong. But they don't need him. It's not a need. It's not a desperate need that they have for Hassan Reddick. So there was never that impetus for the Jets to go and grab him and to force the deal to get done. They were just like, listen, come on in. Doors open. You even heard Wardy Johnson in one of his comments the other day after talking about Saleh getting fired, and they talked about, they asked him about Hassan Reddick and what the latest was with that. And even he said, he's like, doors open. If you want to come here, I'll send a car for you. We'll come and get you. The door's open. As soon as you want to come in and walk in and play, you can walk in and play. But that's up to him. And if he doesn't want to do that, then he doesn't want to do that. But the Jets have no incentive right now to work on a deal, because this guy's already shown that it's not. There's no it's not worth it. Now he's going to be like, you got to figure he'd probably be a headache in the locker room anyway. Could be a locker room cancer at this point. We don't know what kind of football shape he's in. He's gone through no training camp. He's gone through no games. He's not in game shape, clearly. There's so many things that have gone wrong now just because this guy thought he was going to be able to do this. And this is the thing. I had originally thought that, was it an agent in his ear that did this to him? Is it something like that? But now you see that the agency dropped him. I don't think it was an agent. I think it was he saying it, and the agents, they do what their clients ask. And maybe they tried to advise them against it. Maybe they tried to say no, but it was so bad. And now there's not a way to save it, I don't think, for him. And now, for the Jets, you're not going to trade him because you're not going to get any trade value for him. No team's going to give up anything for him, and no team is going to go ahead and re-sign him or try to give him a new extension or a new contract after the shit he's pulled here. So it's a lose situation for Hassan Reddick. There's nothing about this that's going to turn out in his favor. Literally nothing. Whereas if he would have come into camp, if he would have come in to play, and played, whether he played good or poorly or whatever, he'd still have something of value there that either could be traded or he'd have on the free agent open market or something. But instead doing what he did, he's now ruined any chance for an extension. He's can't do anything this year. He's already lost $10 million. And there's no incentive for the Jets to trade him or do anything with him because they're not going to get anything for him. And if he stays out for any significant more time, that the contract's just going to roll over to next year. And the Jets are still going to have his rights. And we're going to be back in the same spot. So none of this has worked. None of this has worked. He has fucked himself so bad. And that's just it's a lack of awareness from Hassan Reddick. And I called that back then. I called it now. And it is, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for everybody involved. It's unfortunate that Hassan Reddick thought that this was the right way to go. And again, I don't know if this was his idea, because originally it seemed like he was intent on wanting to get a new extension, but whether or not that was able to get done, he was going to show up to Jets camp, play this year, and if it worked, then fine, and if not, then he'd be a free agent and have at least this year of work to base it off and get himself a new deal with another team. And instead, at the last minute, he decides to hold out a training camp, and he's held out ever since, and it's been nothing but a colossal failure. So Hassan Reddick has done nothing but hurt himself, and he's got no one to blame but himself. This is not a Jets problem. This is Hassan Reddick. And some of the reporting on it has been really disingenuous, especially from Mike Florio, saying the Jets shouldn't have traded for him if they knew it was that, and the Jets are being dumb for not signing him or not extending him. The Jets never had any reason or anything to do with that. ELS, thank you so much for joining us in chat. You have yourself a great night. Good one for the Niners. Thank you for being around, giving us the stats, all those things. Thank you for everybody else for joining us here in the chat. Sorry, I went off on a little bit of a tangent with Hassan Reddick at the end of the game. But indeed, the 49ers do beat the Seahawks 36-24. That is the final here on Thursday Night Football. We will see you tomorrow for the Friday forecast as me and Jimbo go ahead and make our picks and predictions for Week 6 in the NFL. And then, of course, the BKFC fights will be happening at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Your friend Jimbo will be going ahead and covering that for you. And Sunday, it is the Browns and Eagles at 1 o'clock. It is the Bengals versus the Giants at 8:15. That will be, me and Jimbo will be here for the Eagles and Browns. I will be here for the Giants and Bengals. And then, of course, Monday night is the Bills and Jets. And boy, that'll be nice and drama-filled. It'll be fun to watch with everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. Again, if you like what you watch, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out a bunch. If you want to help us directly, our link to our donation station and our merch store are down in the description. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is King. Adios, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening.